This is
All
what
right,
is this?
my Homo sapiens. Tonight we are talking about Impact, November
Schismites.
22nd, 2007.
Yes, and before we get to that, let's take a look at what was going on in the world of wrestling at the
Ooh,
time.
okay. What we got?
No Observer stuff, but I have Figure 4 Weekly stuff. So Alvarez, you know, he loves that TNA. Oh
Yeah,
boy,
he
he loves
Now
loves
explain to me
TNA.
why the only thing on this goddamn website is Alvarez saying fuck TNA.
I'm not sure, but he is very fuck TNA at this point as well, and there's something in here about that. There's a lot that I didn't include going on about steroids at the time, and boy, oh boy, do I love steroids. But WWE at the time did not love the steroids. There was a big thing you guys might remember where, like, a company leaked a list of, like, a ton of people in WWE that were on, like, a bunch of bullshit. Chris
Oh,
Masters got
right,
released
yeah.
from it and shit. You remember that? Like, Ken Anderson was on
Yeah,
and
they
all that
did.
shit.
They went on the Rome show or whatever.
They went, yes. So they also, John Cena went on CNN and he was like, I won't tell you that I haven't used steroids, but you can't prove that I have. And then he asked them to apologize for showing it or something.
Damn.
Yeah,
Wow.
so a lot of shit like that going on here. So I didn't include that, but just so you know, around the time there was a lot of steroid stuff that the wellness program is in full effect, or so they say. Randy Orton has 4 strikes and he's still there.
Tremboloni sandwiches.
What's that?
Tremboloni sandwiches.
Tremboloni sandwiches are no longer being given out at catering.
That's wild.
Not having that anymore. Yeah, so.
Oh my god.
From the F4W, November 11th, 2007. Sad news here for me. Maybe James too. Brooke of Extreme Expose has been dropped. A sad day, writes Alvarez. Brooke Tessmacher from TNA from those.
Ah,
years ago,
yes.
and
I
that-
forgot she was in ECW.
She was an Extreme Expose with Layla and 16-year-old Kelly Kelly or whatever.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, what was it? Why? No, it was a good thing, man. She was awesome in TNA.
She was awesome in TNA, but she was dropped here. She had a ton of heat with different girls and even had a confrontation with Melina at Raw over, you guessed it, furry boots. It was gimmick infringement argument since Melina
yes.
wears furry boots.
The biz ain't like that no more, man. We got to bring that back. We got to bring that shit back, man.
Fight over your
Yeah,
boots.
if someone's
my
wearing the same
gimmick.
colors as you, yeah, you better fucking confront them about it.
Yeah, I
Like,
think a lot of people these days should burn their boots. Actually.
do not let that shit ride. Like, if someone walks in and they got the goddamn same boots as you, fucking tell them, hey, motherfucker.
Vince was actually upset that Brooke was ignorant about the issue and not protective of Melina's gimmick. And this is a belief that I cannot confirm, says Alvarez, that Melina went to Vince and complained, and he made the call to axe Brooke. Johnny Ace was one of her big supporters and fought hard for her to stay, but was overruled. Hey, don't fire her with her ass
Yeah, what?
and her boots, please.
I like those boots.
Like those boots. All right. Also, I don't know why Alvarez wrote this. Cody Rhodes beat Mr. Kennedy, at the San Bernardino house show this week. Sucks to be him.
Wait,
What that
why?
means. I don't know. It sucks to be him because he had to work. Mr. Kennedy, maybe? I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
I guess so.
F4W, November 19th, 2007. We have some TNA stuff here.
All right.
This is
Da,
him talking about Genesis, the pay-per-view.
Oh, of course, the beginning of the year.
Alvarez says, so yeah, nothing new at Genesis. It was a pay-per-view where when the guys were allowed to do what they do best, wrestle, it was awesome. And when TNA had to do what TNA does worst, it sucked. In the end, 2 of the matches were so goddamn good I had to give the show a thumbs up. The main event was such a convoluted, annoying clusterfuck of a mess, however, that I almost wanted to give the entire show a thumbs down, but I can't bring myself to do that. Then he talks about Booker T's debut. I can't even explain what happened without getting mad. We had Booker T's big debut. It was prefaced by 2 minutes of dramatic music and dim lights. We were supposed to be sitting there filled with excitement, but it was impossible because Mike Tenay and Don West, for 2 minutes, did not shut up. And it wasn't like they had 2 minutes worth of stuff to say. They spent 10 seconds telling us that the mystery partner was about to debut, and it was so exciting, and then they said this over and over again for 2 minutes. Eventually, I was begging for Booker to appear so they'd shut the fuck up, which was the wrong reaction. So Booker appears, they have a match, and it's fine for 8 or 9 minutes. Nash can't do a goddamn thing, but whatever. Booker was great, Angle was great, and Sting was good. So he wasn't too thrilled with the Booker T debut, of course. Nicolas Cage is out as the star of the upcoming film The Wrestler and has been replaced by Mickey Rourke. No word as to why. Cage was at the New York ROH show last weekend doing research for the role, so maybe he saw all they did and thought there was no way he could even attempt to do such a thing. He should have watched ECW instead.
Wait, who was going to be? Who was
Nicolas Cage was going to be the
That's
star
the
of the
most
wrestler.
insane thing ever.
Yes.
Like, you've seen the footage of Nicolas Cage as Superman. That's like the craziest footage I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah,
I couldn't imagine being a wrestler.
Nicolas Cage bleeding with Necro Butcher in The Wrestler would have been like all-timer stuff. That would have won like
That would have been
whatever
the
awards
crazy.
they
Did you
win.
ever see the Nicolas Cage movie that he just put out, The Unbearable Weight of the Massive Talent or whatever?
Doesn't he just play himself?
Yeah,
in
he
that?
plays himself, and like there's a guy who's like a super fan of him, and like it's a crazy movie. I watched it on a plane one time. That movie's hilarious.
Did you cry?
No, but it's funny because
You ever cried watching a
No.
movie on a plane?
No, I don't think so. I don't watch those kind of movies on a plane.
Yeah, me neither.
all the time. That's all you do.
the hell did you cry watching?
I don't even remember. I don't think. Maybe it wasn't on a plane. Maybe I just made that up. It might not have been on a
You
plane.
just
For some
cried.
reason, I have a connection to.
Is it a car?
Yeah, it was in my house.
It was Halloween ends. You're just crying.
It was Halloween ends. I was actually sitting next to you.
Yeah.
F4W November 25th, 2007. There was a major incident backstage at the SmackDown taping.
Oh my.
Miz and Morrison were sent out to do commentary on the CM Punk Jamie Noble match, and they talked over themselves and yelled at each other, and it became so heated that they paid no attention to the match whatsoever. Later, they teamed up against MVP and Matt Hardy, and apparently the work was horrible. So backstage, JBL laced into them about both issues, telling them that they owed everyone an apology. Apparently, Miz was fine with this, but Morrison apologized to the guys and told JBL to mind his own business. According to one source, he actually shoved them. Seriously. There was nearly a killing, but it was broken up. No idea what this
what?
means.
Killing?
A killing. A killing.
Well, that escalated
Goddamn.
quickly.
No idea what this will mean for Morrison's future, but things like this usually
Not
aren't
looking good. Morrison, that guy, you never heard of him again.
Well, JBL's still on TV, and Morrison is where's he
He
work?
came back and then he's gone again. I don't know.
Came back to WWE?
Yeah, remember he had a little run for a while. He got eaten by zombies or something.
Oh my god, I do fucking remember that.
Yeah, that.
Oh my
that
God.
happened.
What?
Do you remember that?
He got eaten by zombies.
it
Oh,
was
is that
in
the
the-
one where is that the one where Miz fucking blew his leg out or something?
Maybe?
Because I know.
Yes. On a dive on the zombies.
On the zombies.
Morrison
I think
got
that's
eaten,
right.
Morrison got eaten by zombies, I think, and then I never heard of him again. I don't know.
That was
maybe.
during the fucking Thunderdome era, and it was they ate him. He got eaten by zombies. Holy fuck!
I forgot
about that.
Oh, he showed up in
Yeah.
AEW once. Remember?
Oh my god, he was Johnny Gargano.
Johnny Elite. Everybody thought it was Gargano, but it was Johnny Elite.
I forgot. Holy
He was
shit!
the Joker
yeah,
in the
well,
Owen Hart Cup. Remember?
JBL made sure to ruin his career after this. Don't you dare! JBL watching CM Punk versus Jamie Noble is pretty sweet though. That sounds like a cool match.
He probably said
That
this shit
good.
kind of rocking.
Yeah, it's awesome.
These boys
actually,
work
yeah.
like this.
Yeah, holy shit.
Wow.
Sweet.
And from December 3rd, Figure 4 Weekly, a couple things here. This is crazy. I thought I was like in the wrong year or something. Nasty Boys worked a dark match for SmackDown last week. This is December 2007. The Nasty Boys worked a dark match. It was a disaster. They took so long getting in the ring that the SmackDown show had to be rushed to make sure they could switch everything over for the live ECW show at 10. They made it, but they only had about 10 minutes to do so. The match, which was Nasty Boys versus Drew McIntyre and Dave Taylor, was horrible, with both knobs and sags working stiff with both guys. Dave Taylor should have beaten their asses.
Crack Smoker
Nas-
Pro, dude. What are they doing over there?
Which is even crazier when you think Nasty Boys show up in TNA on TV in 3 years.
Holy.
Yeah, they show up in a stink to fucking joint up beast style. Hogan says, that's pretty
Fuck
good,
them all.
brother.
They fuck up the whole shit.
You guys are doing pretty good out here, dude.
Yeah, Jesus.
It's like you never left, dude.
You still got it, brother. Still sucking on these balls, dude.
2007 was a weird time for WWE. Like, I remember Tatanka had a run back then for some reason. He was hanging
did, yeah,
around.
yeah.
They
were
said in 2008 there is just nobody out here good.
No, they're like staring over every indie, blind, like, I guess we should, let's just bring back Hacksaw.
There's just nobody
they
good,
just
I
didn't
guess.
acknowledge indie wrestling and they just threw shit at the wall and saw what stuck or what?
Yeah, they hated CM Punk and they said, God damn it.
Dude,
we can't have more CM Punks.
2008, Takeshi Morishima had his dark matches. They said, I don't
You
know
can't have
about
that.
that.
No, not this big son of a bitch. He worked where? He worked Ring of Honor? No.
fuck
That's
way.
crazy. Wow.
Get your big ass out of here.
Yeah,
Harley Race.
that is crazy.
Yeah. And last tidbit here, latest TNA idiocy is that the main event of this Sunday's pay-per-view is a Feast or Fired Battle Royal. He's just very angry here. I had to include this. It's a fucking pole match with briefcases on 4 poles, and 3 of the briefcases are contracts for the 3 major titles, and the 4th is a pink slip. So yes, completely at random, a man can get either a world title shot or get fired. I'm trying to think of a stupider concept for a match. This is seriously worse than the reverse battle royal. At least that match was just impossible to work without making it look stupid. In this, they are basically saying their titles are so meaningless that any person completely at random can get a chance to win one, and has nearly as much of a chance randomly winning the shot as he does randomly being fired. And if title shots are given out so randomly at TNA, why not just
Holy
wait until the next
shit.
one you can randomly win? Wait until the next time you can randomly win one. Why enter this match where you may get fired? Furthermore, and obviously nobody thought this much about it.
And that
if
boy
the
is
first
right, man.
If the first 3 briefcases are open and all contain title shots, why the fuck would anyone get the last briefcase? Can the match end without the briefcase being opened?
That's not even how the match goes. It's not even the main event.
Maybe the first one they opened them right away, or did they wait? Maybe they did open.
No, they
them.
all waited. Yeah, they waited.
They waited
to open
because I knew the drama of like, oh, we got to find out who opened the case, and then
because they opened them on the Impact, right?
they did it when I remember during the Hogan era, right? Wasn't that when they did all the drama, and then Chavo was fired, legit.
Chavo was shoot fired. Get out of here.
Fuck off, bitch.
But I thought the concept was kind of interesting. I thought the drama of them opening the case was kind of fun, but I don't.
Well,
it
Alvarez
made for
says
good
you
TV.
can die in hell.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
So what do you
Alvarez
think
is
of that?
writing paragraphs on why is this the worst shit he's ever seen in
Well,
his entire life.
I assume at this point he has lost all faith in TNA. Like, there's no way. All right, hey, this is a match where there's fucking 15 people and one of them's going to get fired and 3 of them get title shots. All right, fuck this shit. I already know whatever you're talking about.
Fuck
this
you,
sucks.
man. Fuck you, man. Yeah,
you lost all
absolutely.
faith in the company at this point. Whatever. Oh, fuck
He's so
this.
over it. Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
But that was it. That was all the crazy shit going on in wrestling. And now it's time to talk about TNA Thanksgiving episode 2007.
Now it is time for the main part of the Impact show.
Fuck you, man.
We are wrestling.
TNA. This was, by the way, just so we all feel like pieces of shit, this was 15 years ago.
Oh, that's nice.
That's great.
I always love that. Can't get enough of that.
Yeah, this half my life ago was this show.
Dude, I remember Feast or Fire was fucking ruining my life at the time. I was spiraling.
I was about to end mine
Yeah, I
because
was
of it.
spiraling crazy.
Why
gonna
would a
fire
guy
myself from life.
wrestle in a match where he can lose and get fired? It just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, why
Tell him,
would
Tony.
Shark Boy and fucking Lance Hoyt and
Chavo
G.G. James
Guerrero.
and Hernandez,
Kip James. Yeah.
all the stars are here. Why would they fight in this match?
Petey Williams. Yeah, what's wrong with you?
But we start off with the cold open here. Booker T has signed his contract and officially joined TNA.
You've got to be fucking kidding me. Booker T is coming. There's no way.
What the fuck are you talking about?
There's
man?
no way
God
that
damn
Booker
it.
T is going to make his Impact debut. You got to
Hold
be
on,
fucking
come
kidding
on, guys.
me.
He
Go on.
already debuted.
Fellas, we haven't seen it 90 times yet. All right, we're just
You're
this
right.
first
Hold on,
time
I'm
Booker
just
T.
baffled
Trust
that
me,
it
I'll be-
actually he's coming to Impact. I thought it was just a one-off pay-per-view thing. So
No,
I'm
no,
excited.
he is
No,
here.
and they will let you know later on. a few
I'm
different
wondering
times.
why he's here, James.
Well, we'll let you know that you'll get to know that later.
All right, great.
Christian Cage came out and he
Yeah.
said, "Hey, Booker T."
This is still the cold open, by the way. This is just
Yeah,
video
we're
pack.
still cold open. We're going. It's
Yeah.
like WCW style, like 2000. Like,
big style.
just
Dude,
yeah.
going
recap
down
the
the list.
entire year of the show.
Everything.
Christian Cage came out and said, "Hey, Booker T, back of the line. You think you can
Yeah.
just join this company and get a
Get
title
the fuck
shot?"
out of here, man.
Christian Cage
Fuck
joined
you, man.
TNA, got a title shot.
Immediately title shot, by the way.
Get the fucking back
That's
of
what
the
everyone
line.
does. Everyone does that. Sting
I love
did it.
that. That's awesome.
They show a whole list of people later that all did that, except I guess Kurt. I guess Kurt didn't right away.
Yeah, well, they had bigger plans for him. They said, "We got buy rates, buddy. We're trying
Yeah,
to hit
Yeah,
it."
we got put this pilgrim outfit on.
And he said, "Okay."
He said, "All right, got that."
Christian, AJ, and Tomko are having issues in their
Damn
group.
it,
The coalition,
that.
trouble in the
The
coalition.
coalition.
Well,
Yeah,
it's the
yeah.
coalition plus Kurt Angle now.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
it's
Team
Kurt
Angle,
Angle's-
but not.
Yeah, Team Coalition.
Kurt Angle's Christian Coalition.
Yeah. The Outsiders
Schism.
are coming.
They're
Holy
returned, right? Yeah.
They're back.
They're
and
here.
they're Scott Hall only owns Insane Clown Posse merchandise. That's all he wears, which is so sick.
You
That is
have
awesome.
you have Kevin Nash in his Ed Hardy phase, and Scott
Yes.
Hall wearing straight Juggalo gear.
Yes.
ICP jerseys. Whoop whoop. Mad motherfucking Wicked Clown love, and that's for true.
Well, the Outsiders have a new partner, and it's Samoa Joe.
Well,
Little do they know this was the worst mistake of their lives.
Trust me, guys. I have a feeling that this is going to turn out just fine. Nothing's going to go wrong.
How could anything go wrong?
something tells me this is going to lead to some bad news.
I really, really hope that Dixie Carter's not in the crowd at Turning Point.
Oh, I want pay per
I
view.
really
no.
hope that Scott Hall just does the match normally and it goes off great.
Wow, that's going to be a good
course.
one with Scott Hall being
Of
there.
course.
Yeah,
we'll
that's-
talk about it at the end
that's
because we'll
gonna be-
review the
It's
match.
going to be
Of
great.
course. Well, tagline, a TNA Thanksgiving, who's the turkey?
Folks, who's the turkey?
I like the little taglines before the shows. I thought that was pretty interesting.
Dude, what happens next, Tony, is maybe my favorite thing in all of TNA.
Din, 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 din. Dee, 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 dee.
This is amazing. Barry Scott voiceover Thanksgiving TNA episode hype video.
NFL music, yes.
NFL music, crazy clips. He says it concludes with the biggest tradition of them all. Are you ready for the TNA Turkey Bowl? I said, holy shit, yeah, I am. Welcome to some sweet potato smash mouth satisfaction.
Holy
oh, fuck yeah.
shit.
I'm ready for that shit,
Man
motherfucker.
had the
Goddamn.
words.
He said tonight, for the first time, 9 modern gladiators will pull out all their stops in pursuit of one coveted title. Then he names Abyss, AJ Styles, Joe, Christian Cage, and Jay Lethal as among the favorites. Tonight, there will be mid-air collisions, personal fouls, chop blocks, illegal use of hands, encroachment, and a lot of unsportsmanlike conduct. Refs? Well, we don't need no stinking refs.
Yes,
No.
you do.
No.
You do need
No.
refs. You need
No
refs.
pencil neck geeks allowed, Tony. Are you ready for some TNA? And then they just show Christy Emmy's titties. And they says, no, not that TNA.
Not that TNA.
TNA wrestling. Yeah. This is so sick.
I totally forgot they cared about the Turkey Bowl at one point.
This was the first one ever, and this was like so important.
Yeah, I totally forgot they like tried to make a thing of this, but then a second, third one
Yeah.
or whatever, it's just like,
It was dead.
Yeah, you look at his
Fuck
suit.
yeah, yeah.
Do they even have
Yeah, but-
money at the end of it? I swear to God, by the
I
end of
don't-
this,
it's just a suit.
The loser
yeah,
gets
by the
the
end of this, I
suit,
swear,
yeah.
if you win the fucking match, you become the turkey. Like
And it's Davari.
Eric Young and all right.
Dude, great fucking intro though. And that's not all the intros are not done.
No, of course not. We have to have some more here. We're a couple cold opens deep, and now it's time for a pre-tape. Kurt
Yeah.
Angle is at dinner, Thanksgiving dinner, with, of course, JB Jeremy Borash,
Yes, of
Karen
course.
Angle, Tomko Angle, and AJ Styles Angle.
Is this meant to be Kurt Angle's house? Or do we acknowledge that this is just on the set?
No way.
Well.
This is the Angle family dinner.
Well,
Because they just keep walking to the ring
I mean,
from Angle's house.
later they talk about it, but
Dude, holy shit. You're right.
when Kevin Nash and Scott Hall show up, I don't know if you guys caught that later on. They say, "Where's the Angle thing?" They say it's in the studio.
Oh yeah, that's right.
But it's
so I
supposed
guess
to be
they
the
do
Angle
acknowledge
fam-
off the rip.
It's supposed to be Angle's house, though. I think yes.
The first shot you see is fucking a picture of Kurt Angle, and then Kurt Angle's at the top of the table. There's a turkey on the table with a gold medal on it.
That's awesome.
There's Kurt Angle mats underneath all the plates, like just his face. Everyone has a plate with Christian Cage has a special seat there, but he's not there, and his plate. All the plates have gold medals around them. And Kurt starts by saying, "Can we please hold hands here?" And JB like reaches over the table and grabs Karen's hand in front of him. Kurt says, "AJ is right there." JB says, "Oh, okay."
This is
Grabs
awesome.
AJ's hands, and Kurt says, "Tomko, will you please take your hat off? Tomko looks at Karen Angle, who's dressed up as a pilgrim, and says, why doesn't she? And Kurt says, she's a pilgrim. All the while, Kurt Angle is eating handfuls of macaroni. So they all say prayers here. Karen and JB are making faces at each other with food in their mouths. And Kurt says, God, I'd like to thank you for my movie star good looks and my Olympic gold medal. And I'd like to thank you, oh gracious Lord, that Pac-Man Jones is no longer with us. Amen.
Dude, during this, AJ Styles is putting corn in his mouth. It's just incredible.
I thought it was macaroni. Is it corn?
Yeah, AJ was shoving corn in his mouth.
Oh,
at one
okay.
point. Yeah, that was awesome.
It's fucked up. Regardless.
Pac-Man Jones.
also
Fuck Pac-Man Jones. I hate that guy.
Well, yeah,
Never liked him.
Pac-Man Jones is out of here. Sorry, brother. He said, I also like to thank the TNA writers for not being on strike, even though they don't get DVD residuals. I don't know what this was about.
There was a
What
writer's
that?
strike at the time for like
Oh,
TV.
I
So
see,
like,
I see.
yeah, so they.
That's very topical.
Of course. And Lord, I hope at TNA Turning Point, you're on our team and not on Fat Joe's team and his Over the Hillers. And then he says, hey, he turns it aside. I guess there's a TV over there. Or he's just looking at the arena. He says, hey, look, the TNA Turkey Bowl's on.
It turns around like sitcom style.
Live from Universal, it's the Turkey Bowl. And then it's the show intro. And it's just fucking awesome show intro. I love this fucking shit. This
Hell
is a
yeah.
great start to the show. I was fired up after all
Yeah,
this.
this was awesome.
Fat Joe and the Over the Hillers is a hell of a team. That's crazy.
Well, doesn't turn out to be that, does it?
No, it's just Fat Joe and one Over the Hill guy.
Over the hiller.
So Turkey Bowl. It took me a minute to read this. I was very fucking confused here.
A lot of rules here.
This is a triple threat. So I
Yes.
thought these were singles matches at first. I was like,
Three
I was
triple
like,
threats,
well,
in fact.
there's like extra people. I don't really know how this works.
Yeah, the
but-
bracket
Yeah,
just
yeah.
listed all the names like tournament styles if it was singles matches. It was very weird.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, so I was trying to like do it in my head. I'm like, who's these guys face these guys? No, it's
And-
3 triple threat matches.
Yes, and as it's going through this, Deb says to me, "Didn't we fucking watch this already?" And I was like, "Listen, we talked about this. We thought this too, but what we watched was the Christmas tournament that they did that is 2 months after this,
Which is the exact same thing in the exact same sound
Exact same
set.
result."
Yeah. We
You
take
are
these W's.
Yeah.
They know what we wanted. So the triple threat matches are as follows. These are the 3 semifinals, and 3 will meet in the finals. It is Abyss
Yes.
versus Devon versus Chris Sabin.
Because it's one X Division wrestler, one tag wrestler, and one heavyweight competitor for every match.
Okay.
Of course, Abyss, Devon, and Chris Sabin.
Figure out who is who.
They're all X Division wrestlers in my mind.
They are. They all held the title.
Johnny Devine versus Kip James versus Samoa Joe.
Right? Please keep in
Who's
mind
the
what I said.
heavyweight? Who's the heavyweight in this one?
Well, Fat Joe, of course.
Oh, okay.
Of course. AJ Styles versus
That's what he
Black
said.
Machismo versus Christian Cage.
Correct.
That sounds crazy.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, well, we'll get to the matches
Well,
later on this evening.
Sure.
First off, we're going to start with Abyss versus Devon versus Chris Sabin.
Yes. As James said, by the way, the winner, I don't know if we said earlier, the winner gets $25,000.
They definitely,
And the loser-
maybe I lost it here. They definitely didn't say that until later, did they?
I wrote it at the top here, so maybe it was on the
Okay.
graphic.
No,
Had to maybe
they say it like
Tanae said it.
they say it immediately, like voiceover.
Yeah.
They
style,
do.
I
But
they don't-
think.
Yeah.
Okay.
That $25,000 the winner gets, and the loser has to wear a turkey suit.
But
But aren't there 2 losers in a triple threat match?
Sorry?
Aren't there 2 losers in a triple threat match?
Well, the person that gets pinned, of course, is the loser.
okay. All right. All right.
The real
Not 2
loser.
turkeys.
Yeah, I don't know why they... Yeah, or they could have just did elimination. Yeah, I don't know.
But then if you're eliminated first, you should wear the turkey suit because you're the worst.
Well, they should have like a big one, like a double. So like one has to be the front and one has to be the back of the turkey.
Oh,
think that's what I would've
okay.
Yeah. That's what I would have did. Yeah.
Well, we have Abyss versus Devon versus Chris Sabin here to kick things off. Devon has the X title because they stole it.
Yes, from Black Machismo. They stole the title. Also, Devon, gigantic here. He is so big.
He
Holy
is
fuck.
X divisioned out.
You're our etch, brother.
Was this the Dudleys trying to cut weight to get an X Division or something? Was that the
This
angle?
is the Dudleys want the X Division to die.
Oh, they wanted to kill the X Division.
Yes, they want to
With
kill
a lethal
the
dose of
X Division.
tables.
I'm not sure why they wanted to, but they did want to.
Well,
right.
Abyss also has this same idea only a few years later.
That's correct, and he's successful. in
He
his
is
effort.
pretty successful at doing it, actually. Chris Sabin comes out here, and him and Devon meet on the ramp, and Abyss doesn't even come out at first.
No, they're brawling out there, and then Abyss's music hits, and here comes motherfucking Abyss, and Abyss is he like not really concerned about the match. He does his pyro and all too.
He's got to
like
get
doing
the
his whole
pyro
gimmick.
and the gimmick and the chain and the
Pyro's very
That was
cool.
crazy.
Chris
Very
Sabin
cool.
in this era looked like he just got out of bed all the time. And
But he was awesome.
this is why he's the best ever. Because
Yeah,
for
he
this
was
for this
awesome.
for this
It was
era,
incredible.
this was awesome. I will say that I do enjoy Trunks long hair Sabin more than I enjoyed.
Thank you, dude. That stuff I legit was just about to say the same thing. The black yellow trunks.
Mhm.
Yeah, fucking awesome.
Abyss then makes his full entrance with taunt and lights while this
And
match
pyro.
is going on.
The bell has already rung, I assume, too. So
Well, as we
which
see in a
happens
later triple
twice.
threat,
Yeah,
that does not matter.
it does not matter. No.
So Devon, of course, with his pants on that say Devon on the right side of him,
As you do,
He is
to know
getting
that
heat.
it's Devon.
on Chris Sabin.
Yes,
Does some shit here. Chris Sabin, of course, gets it right back.
Devon blatantly low blows Abyss at one point and clotheslines him over the top. Rules
Triple
also-
threat, no rules, don't care.
No
I
rules
guess
in a
so,
triple threat,
sure.
Yeah, of course.
That's fair.
Devon, like I said, gets heat on Chris Sabin for a minute. Abyss goes for a choke slam on Chris Sabin, but
Yes.
Chris Sabin bites his finger.
It bites his whole fucking it bites his whole fucking thumb. Yay! And Abyss sells it like
Yeah,
this guy that
my
we've seen
finger.
go through barbed wire and thumbtacks and all sells the thumb. Does the audio sound weird this whole show? By the way, like the crowd
They're
audio.
pumping. They got that
Yeah,
bitch
it's
pumping. They got extra
very-
juice in
very
the fucking. The speakers are
Not sure.
juiced.
Now it's like 480p audio or 240p audio.
Dude,
on
no,
a-
they got that shit cranking. They said,
I don't know.
I don't even know if the people there were real or not. They could have been like VR
really.
people. I don't really know. Could have been video
Very
game crowd.
strange.
That
Yeah,
shit was
yeah. Oh
the
my,
whole
very
show.
hair dryer. Yeah,
like,
100%.
Good lord! All right, I hear you.
Yeah, yeah.
I
And
didn't know
Mike
they were
Today
good.
and Don West sounded fine. They were crisp and clear. They were cool.
That's what I'm
but the
saying. They
crowd
had them
was-
speakers juiced. Yeah,
Yeah,
the crowd
yeah,
was hot for Devon's heat on Chris Sabin.
gets a lot of it, so he's got to do that. They show a shot of the briefcase at the announce table as well as the turkey outfit, which is blinged out for some reason.
Yes.
I'm not sure why it's so.
Well, I guess I guess they keep the same turkey suit every year because it gets
Forever.
worse over time.
I guess it does get beat up. Yeah. I guess the turkey suit manufacturer goes out of business. You can't get another one.
He just got the shitty suit.
Pass it down for generation
stinky
to
and shit.
generation.
Dude,
Yeah,
they
I
showed the
guess so.
briefcase. I was very fucking confused on what I was looking at. I expected a briefcase full of bills. It's a
I
briefcase
expected a
with
check.
a check on it.
Yeah, so we expected the same thing, just different. I expected a big check,
Yeah,
and you
giant
expected a
check
briefcase
or
with
a
money.
bunch of money.
They
yeah,
combined
either way.
them.
They put the check in the briefcase. What
And
was
what's
that at
the
the
thing
top?
above? Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
okay. I was wondering too. A belt
What is
buckle?
that? Yeah, it's like a medallion.
Yeah,
or
yeah, like a
something?
little. It's like not a title
Wait,
belt, but
okay, so
little
like, do you think
trophy
they like
kinda
for
thing.
Tony? You think for shoot they gave him this medallion?
For shoot, they gave him the money for sure. That was a tax write-off for 100%. They were losing money.
Oh my God! Wow, I didn't even think
No,
of that. Holy
but
shit.
yeah, I think they
Yeah,
probably
no
got
fucking way they gave him $25,000. It's like they actually, if you won, they took 25 from you. We need that back.
You can keep the medallion though.
Yeah, here's a stinky ass medallion. There's a
I-
boot
they
on
don't
it.
really, do they ever reference the medallion or explain like is it just
it's
your
just
award?
like a trophy kind of plaque like thing. I don't know how to explain it. I don't think they kept it though. I doubt the winner actually got to keep it.
We should ask Samoa Joe. Spoilers. We should ask Samoa Joe if he has it still.
Yeah, okay, I assume out of anything in this whole thing, the only things that are real are that medallion and that turkey suit. So if
You're
there's
telling me that Dixie was not signing off $25,000 check for shoot for this matchup?
No way. Especially after Turning Point, she probably voided that check real quick. She voided a
That
couple
bounce
of
like a
things, brother.
sumbitch. Yeah, that's like Joe off the stairs. That was a
Get
shoot, by
the
the way.
fuck out of here.
right.
So Abyss hits the shock treatment. But
Awesome fucking move.
But
No.
if you can believe it, on this Thanksgiving, Black Rain and Relic are here.
Killer?
The
Spelled
great
backwards?
motherfucker are here. Black Rain and Relic are here and attack Abyss. Don West says Black Rain and Relic don't care about the Turkey Bowl. This is fucking disgusting. How could they not fucking care
Black
about the Turkey
Rain
Bowl?
and Relic are here because at Turning Point they have a match of 10,000 tags.
Yes.
Fatal 4-way.
It's a tag match.
Oh, it's a tag match. Okay.
Yes.
Tag match.
It's Relic and
Okay,
Black
in my
Rain
head it
versus
was Fatal 4-way. It made even fucking less sense. I was
Sure,
like,
that-
why are Black Rain and Relic attacking Abyss?
Well, of course, it's Black Rain and Relic against Abyss, and the man that comes out to make the save for him being jumped here, Rhino, in a 10,000 tags match at the pay-per-view.
Oh, okay.
And then they all brawl to the back during this match. So Abyss comes out late and then leaves early. That's my kind of fucking guy right there.
Dude, Rhino is not even in the match at the pay-per-view.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it ends up being Raven.
Oh,
Yeah, apparently Rhino's neck was hurt, so Raven took his place.
Wow.
yeah. Dr. Pepper wrote that. Please give Rhino the night off. Signed Dr. Pepper.
think Scott Hall's
Crossed
neck
out
was
Hulk
bothering
Hogan.
me, too.
Rhino.
Dr. Pepper wrote a couple of those. Got one for Scott Hall, got one for
Yeah,
Rhino.
all
All
of
night.
Yeah, you're right.
Sheesh. So these 4 modern day gladiators are gonna have a 10,000 match.
$10,000 to have tax match.
TNA having to have a
TNA.
fucking stipulation for everything. Every fucking
match.
thing had to have
Yeah.
a stipulation.
Of course.
So
That's what sold pay-per-views, kid. That's what it was.
That's what they said. That's what Jared said. He said, "Yeah, there's fucking stipulations." I
Oh,
hear
yeah,
you,
dude. We go down the Turning Point card later, and legit every match has a fucking stipulation.
It works until it just doesn't work at all anymore.
No, correct.
That's why you shouldn't do them all the time. So Sabin hits the tornado DDT on Devon back in the ring to try
After a
and
haluva kick, by the way. He was just popping haluva kicks like it's nobody's
Nice.
business. El Generico can't get a fucking job here. Sabin can do running a haluva kick. All right.
well, he hits a fucking pretty nice one. And tornado
does. And
DDT.
Also cool.
Yeah, Devon kicks out at 2.
And then he does his patented 10 punches in the corner to that Chris Sabin.
Yes.
Yeah,
of
well,
course.
you know, everybody's got their 10 punches in the corner, like ODB's got hers later and all that. So
Of course.
we're still not too far removed from WCW and WWF, you know.
Sure.
We still got some remnants. Nobody fucking, like, I swear to God, I think Chris Jericho is the only person who does 10 punches.
You're right. He does 10 punches on the top rope. Very top.
What
He's
did he
crazy.
start doing? He's like 10 punches on the top rope and then a Rana. Yeah.
That's crazy, some bitch. So he's doing the 10 punches, and then a heavy set lumberjack in cargo shorts comes out here.
Yeah.
Who is this guy?
That's Bobby Ray Dudley, and he's here.
Oh, right.
Bobby Ray Dudley is here, and he is here to get his ass kicked.
Get beat up by Chris Sabin. Chris Sabin fucks him up.
You know what's funny is as I was watching this, I'm like, why do I remember them fighting so much? They had a world title feud like 7 years after
7
this.
years after
Holy
this.
shit,
Yeah.
they did. I
You're
forgot
right.
about
Yeah.
that. Wow.
And Bubby Ray Dudley was 40 times better 7 years
Yeah,
from
Bully
He
now.
Ray?
was.
Hell
And Chris
yeah.
Sabin looks exactly the same.
He still does to this point.
To this
yeah,
day, he
right
looks
now.
the same. Yeah.
So Bubby Ray Dudley is here, and he tries to attack Chris Sabin, but it doesn't fucking
That's
work.
Brother Brubyer. Thank you.
That's
Don't
Brubyer Dudley.
get- Brubyer Ray. Please get it right. Don't get sued here.
Oh, sorry, that's Bubby Ray. And he tries to.
Brother.
Wait, no.
Brother.
Brother Ray.
Brudger.
Yes.
Brother Ray.
Bubyer.
Brother
Look, this.
Ray.
Some fucking jabronis out here, and he's fucking attacking Chris Sabin, and Chris Sabin kicks his fucking ass with an insecurity. So get out of the fucking ring, man.
Well, Devon then hits Sabin with the saving grace.
Oh,
And then-
dude, I wrote
well,
Devon
no.
goes for the fucking testified
doesn't hit it.
driver or something.
The shovel driver, yeah.
Testified driver.
The what? That's crazy.
Yeah, that's what it is. And
He goes for the saving grace, but Sabin gets out of it and rolls Devon up and gets the win. Chris Sabin wins.
Chris Sabin
Wow.
wins, and Devon has Devon on the side of his face.
So was Chris Sabin representing the X division or the tag team division?
Don't worry about that.
And he's also a
$25,000.
future heavyweight champion, so he could have also been representing that.
$25K for the winner, baby. We out
Well,
here.
10,000 thumbtacks.
10,000 tax, $25K for the winner. We are lying in both of these.
Equivalent. Both equivalent of lies.
Feast or fired. You're fired. We're lying in all of these. We just can't stop lying.
No, you're fired for real. That's the truth.
So the outsiders pull up in the parking lot. Kevin Nash asks, "Where is the lie?" He asks, "Where's Angle's family dinner?"
Where's Kurt's little Thanksgiving shindig at? And maybe we'll stop in. They say, "Oh, it's." I didn't realize, Tony. They said it's in the studio.
Yeah, he says like in the studio over here or something because they're like right in the backstage studio. If you know like the backstage of Universal Studios, you'll notice it. But yeah, they're like right over in the studio. I'm like, holy shit, they just ruined.
Hall is all. Yeah, Nash is wearing an Ed Hardy shirt, and Hall is wearing a Bloody Juggalo shirt. This is based.
Yeah, so we're kicking things off here, Thanksgiving style. Ed Hardy, Kevin Nash. You got Juggalo Scott Hall. You got Bubba Ray.
Brother Ray.
You got Bubba Ray.
Brother
Not Dudley.
No way. No way.
And also,
Brother Devon as well. Thank you.
No. Booker T is coming to TNA to explain.
There's no way he's coming to Impact. No way.
If you can believe, Tony, he not only debuted on a TNA pay-per-view, but he is also scheduled to be on the TNA TV show.
You know what? I don't believe
They really
you.
do hype it like it's his debut. He already wrestled on the show.
His Impact in-ring debut, but I don't believe you. You're gonna have to tell me at least 4 or 5 more times before I start believing.
Well,
yeah. Well,
Tony,
hopefully they
I
do
want to
that.
know. I want to know why did Booker T come to TNA? Can you tell me about that?
Oh, I don't know.
Because I'm sure this video.
I'm not sure. We'll have to find out.
James, why does Booker T come to TNA?
God, I hope they continue to tell me that they're going to tell me.
We'll find out next week on TNA Impact.
But I think he should go to the back of the line. Honestly, that's where he. That's
To
where
the
he,
back
How
of the
dare
line,
he come in
dude.
and fucking just get a title shot, you piece of fucking shit.
That's awesome.
Go to the back of the line right now.
Pre-tape. We are now at the Thanksgiving dinner again.
Yes, we are. The Angle family Thanksgiving dinner. They're all eating here. And Kurt says, "There's something in this. Not sure what it is." And then they just move on.
Dude, there was like some bit they're trying to do with like the food sucks or something. And I don't know who cooked it. Was it
Yeah.
Karen that cooked it or like?
I guess it was Karen's food, yes.
Okay, I don't know. All right, move.
She sucks as a cook, I guess, Tony.
All right, has that been a bit the whole time, or they're just trying things?
Well, you know those wives.
Yeah.
You know, Tony.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Yeah, let them
know.
Speaking of, Bobby Roode and Tracy Brooks are here.
Of course. And they come in and Rude frankly slams the door on Tracy as she comes in here.
Because his damn wives. Isn't that right, fellas?
Yeah, you know.
Ain't that right, Tony?
Those damn wives cooking that damn turkey. I tell you what.
Rude
It's a
is
shame, man.
pissed.
It's a shame. Every time I see Tracy, I cannot not think of her getting bumped from Playboy for Marge Simpson. I just
Holy shit.
I just can't stop thinking about that.
That's incredible. She was like a
Well,
digital
look at the ratings,
exclusive or
dude.
whatever.
Yeah, where is the lie?
Yeah, look at the ratings, brother.
Well, Tracy goes to sit down, and Bobby Roode says, "Hey, whoa, that's my chair." He takes the chair and sits
wives,
down.
right, fellas?
Ain't that right,
Always
Tony?
trying to sit in chairs. Like, where's
Always
the
fucking
lie?
making food.
Where
Always
is
with
the
food
lie?
and the chairs and the titties.
Food and
What's
chairs
wrong
and
with
always trying to, you know.
breasts,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, always.
Yeah.
I cannot believe they didn't make a chicken breast joke here.
Well, this is sophisticated Chad TNA. We don't have to do that over here.
That's not
Go
the
to
TNA.
your
That- not
virgin
that T-
WWE.
not that
slut,
TNA.
Slut,
yeah.
slut.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
that TNA. We even make it through the first 5 seconds of
You're
the show.
right.
Not that.
Just zooming on Chrissy Emmy's titties, yeah. Whatever.
So Miss Jackie and James Storm are here.
James Storm is, of course, drinking. That's what he does.
I'm
and he says,
drunk. Party. I'm here. Beer.
of course, the beerman, James
Not
Storm.
beer money
and he says,
yet, right? Just beer.
He say, "Hey, Kurt, I tied my horse up to your Cadillac BMW." And Kurt said, "That's okay, as long as there's no damage."
Mm.
Wah,
Okay.
wah, wah, wah.
All right. Well, Chris Harris is here
Hey,
in a
that's my fucking guy.
very big
s-
suit.
Big, very.
WCW's
this is-
Chris Harris is here?
Of course.
Dude, Chris Harris walks in on Demon Time. He says, "What, you got a fucking problem, Bobby Roode?
Fuck you, man.
He didn't make it to the door yet. What, you got a fucking problem or something?"
Chris Harris's whole gimmick here is everyone hates Chris Harris. Like, there's a line after this that Mike Tenay says that's fucking
It's not
crazy.
a gimmick, Johnny. I don't know if you knew that.
I guess so.
Everybody just hates
Chris, you're right, James. He walks in and he says, "Fuck you, Bobby Roode." And then he looks at Chris and says, "These directions, they fucking suck. Who wrote them? Your daughter?" And then he points to Bobby Roode and says, "Who the fuck let you in here?" And Bobby Roode says, "Who let you in here?" And Kurt says, "Listen up. This is a day to be thankful. Please sit down, fuckers."
Dude, you know what confused the hell out of me here? So I'm looking at this scene, and they keep fucking going to Angle's kid, Kira. And I'm like, where the fuck is she at? Where is she at in this room?
Of course.
And it's not until Eric Young walks in this fucking room that I go, oh my God, she's at the kids' table by herself.
Well, of course, man. They're waiting for all the other kids to show up, the ungrateful bastards, right, Tony?
Yeah, the damn kids never showing up on time. That's what
yeah, let them know, man. Never showing up on time.
Bitch wife of these bitch kids.
Yeah, never showing up. Chris Harris hates their guts.
Well, Eric Young, comes in, and Kurt Angle says, "Oh my fucking God, who invited you?" And Eric Young walks up to him and says, "Hey, I was invited. Hey, cool Batman costume." Kurt Angle is dressed as a pilgrim, wearing the TNA World title.
You know what's funny is that, did we even reference that he was in the hat and the world title?
No, I guess we didn't actually. No, Kurt Angle is
just so everybody understands
that. Kurt Angle attire for us. You know?
That's right. Kurt Angle's not just in there in his gear. He's sitting there dressed up as a pilgrim with the hat. His wife is also a pilgrim. AJ Styles dressed in normal outfit. So is Tomko. Jeremy Borash is dressed up in his usual interviewer outfit with a microphone next to his plate.
He does have a microphone. I forgot about that.
And Kurt Angle is also wearing the TNA World Heavyweight Championship. And
Kurt said that Karen is the Lando Lakes lady. So,
all right, sorry.
We're rocking out here.
Eric Young thinks he's Batman.
and Kurt Angle's kid is by themselves at the kids' table. Away, that is crazy to me.
Far away,
just
like a whole
eat your fucking food, man.
Get the fuck out of here. And Kurt says, "Who invited you, man?" And Eric says, "Well, JB did." And JB says, "Well, it's Thanksgiving." And Kurt says, "Go sit at the kiddie table with my daughter." Eric Young cannot find the table. That's how fucking far away it is.
Why do they treat Eric Young like he's big dumbass here? I hated this actually with Eric Young.
Eric Young is a big dumbass.
Whoa, I can't believe that.
What the fuck, bro?
Would you rather have fucking World Elite Eric Young than this?
What do you want here? You want Super Eric walking in here?
I want Daniel Bryan Eric Young, a monster.
No, not monster Eric Young. Get the fuck out of here.
Dude, monster Eric Young. Oh my. The Wonder Kid?
That's what you want? Yeah, that's what you want, man.
Against all odds, Eric Young.
I
wish Super Eric flew into the fucking turkey.
It makes it even worse because then he has to replace Scott Hall, and then it turns into like a whole
monster. Of course, man.
He's like,
I'm turning into a monster. Eric Young with the beard and hair. All right.
Eric Young with beard and hair, fresh off Knockouts tag team title.
A monster. He keeps getting strong.
He got the TNA title out the trash. Got the Knockouts tag title. This is the guy, the underdog story.
Wait a second. He has hair and a beard too. A monster. Fucking hell, man.
Holy shit.
Dude, I hated this Eric Young. So, like, this wasn't even like it was.
I love this Eric Young.
No, I like this Eric Young, but I think what they did here was like cringe type stuff. I didn't think it was funny.
You are a dad with a wife and kids. Of course, you're upset
you
that someone...
are a dad.
That's why. You don't want Eric Young sitting with your daughter. Eric Young's fine, man. He's not going to do anything over here. He's just eating a turkey. God damn it. Leave him alone, you son of a bitch. Then, so we go out of the Angle family Thanksgiving thing, and Mike Tenay, they're showing a graphic for the turkey bowl. And Tenay says, well, Robert Roode is berating, James Storm is drinking, and Chris Harris is complaining. The more things change, the more they stay the same.
That's pretty awesome.
Damn, Chris Harris is getting fucking shit on.
Well, that was his whole angle, and then he fucked off to WWE. Yeah. So there you go.
Did they fire him or did he leave? I guess I don't really know.
I think his contract just came up, and they said, "Yeah."
Yeah, they probably both felt the same way about one another. Actually.
Dude, we went. Fuck, damn it! There was a story with this, and we've been over it on the fucking show before too, with the Chris Harris thing. Yeah, the Chris Harris thing with Russo and why he ended up leaving and going to WWE.
You're right.
Yeah, there was a story. We've gone over it on the show before. If you've listened to the show or something before, or any of the TNA episodes with Chris Harris,
you can tell us.
You know what?
It might have been the last Christmas episode we did because he was still here on Christmas and he was still doing the same fucking gimmick.
That's right.
It was probably on that episode that we talked about it. With
it was
Chris
probably
Harris
that everybody hated Chris Harris, and that's probably what it was.
It was something with Russo not thinking much of him, and like something.
Sure.
Like
Turns out not a lot of people thought a lot of Chris Harris, but what do I know?
Fuck you, Tony.
I know.
I know what you're saying. I know what you're fucking saying, and fuck you, man. All right, I already know what you're fucking saying.
Mr. E-Fed.
Bro, he's a fucking WWF chat.
I'll never let
Hall
that
of Famer.
down. You can pick anybody in the history of wrestling, and Chris Harris is your guy.
This was before they split him with James Storm.
He
was rocking with the Catatonic every week, weekly TNA episodes. Catatonic was hot and over. That move's sick. Fuck you, man. Tell me that move's not sick, and I'll spit in your face.
You talking about the gunslinger?
Don't.
Yeah, let him know.
I like Chris Harris. I love the Catatonic. It's a shame what happened because he was better than.
Dude, AMW is awesome though.
Yeah, AMW was awesome. Fucking awesome.
But you know, like sometimes just having a run in wrestling is
enough.
Yeah, you know, like
you're not really owed that.
How many fucking guys in wrestling don't have a run? You know what I mean? Like it's just something to think about. Like AMW was very cool. It's something I'll probably remember for the rest of my life.
AMW is like, you can't talk about wrestling in that company without talking about AMW.
Yeah, no, exactly, and especially the blow off they had when they ended up, they had the
Well, they have they have legendary run of matches with a group that appears later on in the show that I have zero recollection of this angle. So we'll talk about.
Well, I mean, thinking of it, James Storm and Chris Harris hit the worst and the best of wrestling in like a set of 3 matches, which is unbelievable.
You're right. 3 matches themselves.
Like almost back to back to back.
Yeah. Best of times, it was the worst.
Starts off horrible and they fucking figure it out. So.
And they had Gail Kim. God bless.
Yeah, that was awesome. And you know what? I liked Miss Jackie with them too. I thought that was
Me too.
Cool.
Oh, yeah, God bless her as well. Yeah. God bless.
So Johnny Devine versus Kip James versus Samoa Joe.
Yes,
this is the Turkey Bowl.
Kip James is not alone, James, because of course he has BG James and Roxy Laveau with them.
So this is the VKM,
Voodoo Kin Mafia.
Of course, not to be confused with the other VKM.
No. We can't talk about that here, much like we can't talk about Brother Ray.
Brother
last name.
Ray.
Brother Ray, Brother Devon,
Dudley.
Remember, I feel like. Do you remember the original talks of that their last name was going to be Deadly?
The 3D brothers,
the Deadly Boys.
Brother Ray, boys? Deadly, Spike Deadly. And Devon Deadly.
Yes, I do remember
Deadly
that.
Boys.
They're deadly with the tables.
Of course. Yeah, that's what it was, I think.
They're deadly with the tables. They were cooking with that one.
You know what else?
Smoke
they're also
somebody in my house.
Well, they're also deadly outside of that too, because last week, Brother Devon and Brother Ray performed a terrorist act on Johnny Devine and kidnapped.
They literally fucking put a fucking bag over his head in hostage situation.
Havoc, not Johnny Devine yet. It was
right, because he was Havoc in the famous group Serotonin.
Serotonin.
Was Havoc with a K?
Serotonin. Havoc with a K.
Backwards. Everyone's got a K.
So they kidnapped Havoc, but it was a ruse because then Havoc jumped the X Division guys because Havoc was a part of the X Division and then he wasn't. He jumped the X Division guys and joined. Well, he didn't join anything. He just sided with
the
Deadlies.
The first and last name club.
Johnny Deadly.
Johnny Devine Deadly.
Yes, Johnny Devine. He's back to being Johnny Devine, which is what he was when he was with Alex Shelley in the Paparazzi production.
They definitely said that he became Johnny Devine. They didn't say again. He became Johnny Devine. Like this is the first time
transformation
he's ever been Johnny.
Yeah, you're right.
Here, interesting. I guess if most people would just agree. Yeah, I guess this is the first time Johnny Devine's ever been here, so whatever.
Yeah, they don't remember this at all. So it was probably he's still Havoc if anyone knew that angle.
There is no way we didn't even remember serotonin the first time they brought it up. It was just like, what the fuck is this?
I'm a Raven Mark. That's the only reason I remembered serotonin. Other than that,
we did not know the fucking members. It was like fucking Kazarian or something, and
Kaz, Havoc, and what the fuck was Michael Shane's name in it?
Dog shit.
Not Bentley. Matt Bentley, no.
Gator Juice. What was fucking
Matrix Juice was his name.
He was Summer Ant.
Summer Ant. No, that was a Chikara.
He was Marcher. That's right.
Marcher.
Marcher
Ray Deadly.
Martier.
He was Martier. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Well, it's
all right,
better than Omega Griffon. That was his other name.
What? Who's Omega Griffon?
Marcher. Marcher was Omega Griffon.
What?
I'm just on Wikipedia. It said his ring name was Omega Griffon.
Omega Griffon. That was, of course, in his group.
Omega Griffon.
His group.
That's what you're talking about. Serotonin. Omega Griffon.
You know, the Griffon family, Peter and Meg.
Griffon and
holy shit. That's
Stewie Griffon. Did they understand him?
I don't know. They're close
Can you
to the family.
understand Martyr? Does family know he's talking?
Marcher? I'm not sure if they understand.
All right. Well, Roxy Laveau is here, and she was honestly the only thing in this group that anyone gave even one shit about.
She was the voodoo in the Voodoo Kid Mafia, so
which is
what was
crazy.
What were they? They were the
king of the mafia. They were the mafia.
They were the king.
King James and Mafia James.
King Mafia, Marcher Mafia. She was the voodoo.
She was the voodoo.
Kip was the king, and the mafia was Road
Have we ever talked about that? Like, we know why it's called Voodoo Kid Mafia, but why was it called Voodoo Kid Mafia?
Because she was
There's
the
gotta
voodoo.
be a reason, right?
She was the voodoo.
But she wasn't in it originally. Voodoo came after. They were VKM. Voodoo Kid Mafia was the name. And then they challenged Shawn Michaels to meet them at the Alamo. I remember that.
Michael Hickenbottom?
Hickenbottom.
Well, because Roxy Laveau was the voodoo queen, but she didn't come
I get the voodoo part.
She didn't come...
I'm understanding that part, Tony.
I legitimately think...
she didn't come till later, though, because they started 2006. She didn't come till way later.
I legitimately think
first.
that they were VKM because of Vince Kenny McMahon.
Right. And then they said, what can we put here?
Okay, how do we not make this about Vince McMahon anymore?
Yeah.
And then Roxy came in, and then TNA said, oh my God, we don't have any plans for you. We have nothing. We have literally nothing. Please shave your head.
Please fucking shave your fucking head.
And then she shaved her head. We still have fucking nothing.
Holy shit, we have even less for you now. Why'd you do that?
You gotta get out of here.
Get the fuck out of here, man.
So there you go. That's the history of VKM. VKM.
Nothing. There's fucking nothing.
VKM, basically, no joke, was like them doing skits.
They were DX.
They were legit watching WWE and then responding, almost like reply guys.
Yeah, you're right.
YouTube, for WWE stuff.
They're right.
And they would air it on the website and shit. And then they were like, okay, we should probably fucking not do this anymore.
Yeah.
And then they put Roxy Laveau with them, and it was the Voodoo Kid Mafia.
And it sucked ass.
And goddamn, if Roxy Laveau wasn't presentation wise and in ring, she was very good.
She should have been there forever. Putting her with these two fucking dudes actually killed it for her.
Yeah,
they 100%. There's no way they couldn't have there's no way they couldn't have come up with something else. She just had the stink of VKM on her forever.
That sucks. Well, TNA talked about TNA Mobile and then played a very loud telephone ring Caught me
think
off
they
guard.
edited out the graphic for the Impact
probably.
Plus.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
sure.
it's
But
even
anyway,
funnier
yeah.
without the graphic.
Yeah.
This is in the middle of the match. It's louder than everything in the whole building.
Who the fuck is that? Yeah, you text TNA to 76,000 and get a free week of TNA Mobile. Hell yeah, man! I wanna get
TNA
on
Mobile,
there.
you used to be able to ask questions and get answers. It was like the hotline.
Oh yeah, what were you asking on there?
Well, you
What
would
the
ask.
fuck does VKM?
Yeah, hey, what the hell is this? Y'all ever thought maybe you shouldn't do shit like this?
Text it to them, yeah.
It was, I can't remember. It was shit like asking.
Mike Tenay would text you back and say, "Fuck you, man."
It was like JB and shit. Yeah, it would give you little insider stuff about
They would
TNA.
they would give you like a screen, like a TNA Knockouts background too of SoCal Val.
Oh wow, okay.
For your little phone. Yeah, your Nokia.
Yeah, for your little fucking piece of shit.
Look at the little pixels. Thank you. That'll be $200 and it's charged to your Verizon, bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how they got you because it charged it to your damn phone bill. So
Yeah, you can't avoid it. It's not like a separate bill. Yeah, it was just tacked on top
your
of.
fucking phone bill. Crazy.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Fight this TNA Mobile? How do you explain that to the phone company? Hey, I have this charge from TNA Mobile. Hey, what the fuck are you doing on there, pervert?
Yeah, you're right.
Explain that to your
it's even
parents.
worse. It's like TNA Entertainment LLC or something. Hey, what the?
How would I have explained that? Little Johnny explained that to his parents. No, you know what? My parents probably would have got it. They knew wrestling.
Yeah, they say, yeah. Is that Voodoo Kin Mafia shit? Oh, I heard about that Voodoo Kin Mafia
What
shit.
the hell does that mean, Johnny?
Yep. My dad was a big Omega Griffon guy.
Oh my. All right, so this match is Samoa Joe winning.
Samoa Joe wins. He does all the classics. Kip James and Johnny Devine are trying to work together for a bit. They even hit the heart attack on Joe, which is insane.
Yeah, that was
Joe
the bromance finish.
It was the bromance finish. They invented that. It was the heartthrobs finish, actually. That's what it was. So Joe goes for the muscle buster on Kip James, and I wrote no fucking way. And of course, no fucking way.
fucking
Kip James
way.
is no way. BG James grabs Joe's leg. Rudy Charles is yelling at the Voodoo Kin Mafia. Johnny Devine tries to rush down Joe, and Joe moves. He bumps Kip James off the apron onto BG James, and then Joe kills Johnny Devine with a fucking muscle buster and gets the win. He advances in the Turkey Bowl. That Samoa Joe does.
Oh wow.
You think maybe the Turkey Bowl name is maybe what they should have changed here?
Turkey Bowl match.
So Samoa Joe advances in the Turkey Bowl.
What would you call it, smart guy? The TNA Bowl?
I don't know. Thanksgiving Bowl.
TNA Bowl would have probably been. TNA Bowl probably would have been fine.
Yeah. I mean, just
The Wrestle Bowl?
Yeah, Turkey Bowl made it sound a little crazy. So now we have Chris Sabin versus Samoa Joe versus X in the finals of the Turkey Bowl. So first
Turkey
off,
Bowl.
this sounds pretty awesome right away. And I
Yeah,
knowing
dude.
I
Yeah,
know
yeah.
already who's in the fucking
Right.
finals.
Yeah.
They had a good idea here.
Yes,
Yeah.
And thankfully, it actually does work out in the end, but it did seem shaky from the lineup.
You seen that SpongeBob thing where he breaks out All Reliable?
Of course.
That's TNA when they needed fans to care again. Here's Samoa Joe, Chris
reach for the
Sabin, and AJ
X division
Styles.
they reach for. Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, right.
So we have a pre-tape. We're back at the Thanksgiving. Shark Boy, Petey Williams, and
hell
Sanjay
yeah.
Dutt are here.
Shark Boy.
Dude, I love Shark Boy.
Dude, love Shark Boy.
Petey Williams came in with a shaker bottle. Shark Boy came
Shark
in.
Boy is all taped up, by the way. Yeah.
Yeah, Shark Boy came in neck brace taped up
Rep injured.
because he keeps getting his ass kicked until he goes into a coma.
Right, which we do an episode on. We have reviewed that
Yes,
episode
we
where
do.
Shark Boy's in a coma.
And Sanjay Dutt is asking for donations.
Sanjay says, that, listen, he walks up to Kurt and he says, guys, there's starving children all across the world. Don't you have any donations to help them out? And he holds out the donation thing, and Kurt spits food into his collection plate.
Dude,
And
Kurt was
Sanjay's-
acting like he was dying or something.
No.
You know those damn
Fucking
wives and their food. You know they can't cook.
Dude, the
Right,
fucking
Tony?
wives, man.
Fucking hell,
Maybe it's good
man.
food, you know, but
Ain't that right,
no
fellas,
way.
man?
No way,
Come on,
fellas.
fellas. It's the
always
wives, eh?
burning
fellas.
the corn. You know what I mean?
Fuck, dude, I hate when they burn
all
the mashed
those wives
potatoes.
burning the fucking corn. Let them know, Tony.
You know,
Right,
just
man,
can't
yeah.
cook the corn. It's
fucking-
not that hard. Just turn it
He
Put
on.
the
spits
corn
up the
in the
food on
bowl.
the collection plate, and Sanjay's like, oh. And he's like, that'll do. What? What do you mean that'll do?
Yeah, for the
Sure.
starving kids.
Well, Shark Boy's eating biscuits through his mask.
Got a big piece of chicken on his mask or something.
Yeah, Petey's shaking a protein shake. Eric Young walks over. He starts chugging a beer with James Storm. Sanjay's shaking a tambourine. What the fuck is going on here, man? This isn't Thanksgiving. What's going on?
AJ says, well, I gotta go wrestle.
I gotta go wrestle. Well, yeah, and he just walks out.
He's gonna walk out of Kurt Angle's house, and AJ Styles is gonna go wrestle.
I'm gonna go wrestle.
Right.
You know those women cooking their food. You know what I mean?
You know the wives, and he's got to get that. He's got to get that $25,000 check for his internet bill and his TNA mobile bill.
Dude, TNA mobile bill's running him up. In JB. I need some answers. Tell me, he sucked.
Yeah.
So.
Man.
We have AJ Styles versus Black Machismo versus Christian Cage.
Kinda.
Well, we have AJ Styles versus Black Machismo.
Yeah,
until later.
AJ's half of the tag champions with Tomko, who was still at dinner. He didn't want to come out here to support AJ, I guess. And Black Machismo is the X Division champion, but those damn Deadlies stole the title from him, so he doesn't have it here.
Bro, AJ Styles music hits with the pyro. And I about lost my mind. I feel like this is we're so removed from this.
I know.
And
it's
I'm
a whole different
so
human being.
Fucking sad. This is the fucking guy, dude.
And he is on point on this show too, especially in the main event. Like he looks fucking great. Like he came out. I told Deb. I said, "This is peak AJ Styles look right here. This is like it doesn't get better."
Dude, him with short hair doesn't even seem like this. Like you were saying, it's not the same person.
It's a whole different human being.
Yeah,
he's so dialed in, like performance wise, presentation wise.
Yeah,
he's an awesome fucking comedic sidekick.
Great promo, great worker, great look.
Could rely on him no matter what. He will fucking be there at call time every fucking time.
He is all reliable. Just AJ Styles.
Just fucking break that open. Well, you guys need a main event?
Bro, it breaks my heart that all he wanted was the same pay. He's like, I just want the same amount of money.
I am glad he left TNA. Don't get me wrong, man. That New Japan run was brolic. Fucking... He had the PWG match with Kurt Hawkins.
Yeah, he loved that Kurt Hawkins match. You talk about it all the time. You talk about it all the time. You love that match.
I mean, for whatever it's worth, his SmackDown Live run in WB was very fun.
That was cool, yeah.
The Rumble where we didn't see his entrance for some reason. But holy shit, this is
that
it
New
right
Japan
here.
era run. Yeah, that post TNA run was actually crazy. He was working everywhere. He was New Japan, PWG. He was fucking doing ROH. He was just working random indies.
Dude,
he was working Drew Gulak and CZW. He was just doing.
He was taking the fucking IWGP title everywhere, man.
Yeah, God. AJ with the fucking long hair and the leather jacket and the IWGP. Why did I do the same thing you did? IWGP.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's right. IWGP.
Yeah, you're right.
Right?
Yeah, okay. IWGP.
For some reason, because I just said PWG, it fucking felt wrong. IWGP title, like that's also an unbelievable look. But this era of AJ here in fucking 07 is just like, this guy is awesome, man. He like I don't know how this didn't elevate him right back into like just a long-term feud with Kurt.
Yeah, this is the guy that like was on the fucking CAWs on fucking SmackDown
100%.
Raw.
Yeah.
Like it would always be
Long Red.
Yeah, Long Red or Little Blue. It was usually what it was.
Yep. You're a Little Green, I guess, too. But yeah, Little Blue is probably the one that's more.
Well, it's Little Blue because I think that was the one he had with Daniels. Like he was rocking the Little Blue.
True.
And that's
right.
He was super hot. They were both super hot at that point.
Yeah.
But yeah,
right.
I think maybe the video game or whatever the case may be around this era.
Video game, he had Long Red as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I think like this was like one a lot of people remember too.
Mm-hmm.
But no elbow pads, no wrist tape here, AJ.
Strange. Yeah.
Well, he just came from dinner, goddammit.
Oh, well, sure. Not going to tape up a dinner. I'm sorry. You're right.
But holy, man. Just watch the entrance on this and like it takes you back. Like this was my favorite wrestler, full stop, for a very long time. Like this was...
AJ Styles changed wrestling for me.
Yeah, this guy was unbelievable. Yeah. And to think like... to think he came up in this company, you know what I mean? Like he became AJ Styles in this company.
TNA guy.
Yeah, he was the reason I watched TNA was for him.
Yeah,
that was it.
There was like, you can argue other people, but like AJ Styles was the TNA guy. I don't know how you could like say that anybody else was like.
Oh yeah, I don't even know how you argue any other guys. I mean,
AJ
you could
Styles
say
was
Joe,
more of the TNA guy to me than Jeff Jarrett was. You know what I mean? Like
absolutely.
Jeff Jarrett's company. Yeah, you could argue Joe for sure because Joe, even Joe's I think sticks around longer too. But I don't know, man. AJ was the fucking guy.
From day one when he was on the first pay-per-view, you know what I mean? All the way to the end.
Yeah, if I were to pick, like, out of anybody ever, you know, I mean, there's a lot of guys that put a lot of fucking time into TNA. And we're there
Joe
into
Abyss.
Kurt Angle also fucking, you know, for whatever it's worth. But, yeah, AJ Styles, you know, he built that house.
You're right. You're right.
So Christian Cage, music hits. Once again, Brolic fucking entrance here.
But where is he?
Well, he's probably trying to look for the dinner.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
He was supposed to be there.
Hungry.
They had his
How
name
is Scott
card.
Steiner not? Is he not around yet? I guess he's not in this angle.
No, he's at Turning Point.
Oh, what the fuck then?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he just didn't want to come. He said, "I'm not fucking working."
Goddamn. All right, no problem.
So the ref calls for the bell, and all right, we're off to the races. Is Jay Lethal versus AJ Styles?
Triple threat match with 2 guys in it. Let's go.
Yeah, let's get it. AJ Styles very fucking confused, but doesn't matter. You know, this is probably going to be good regardless. Lethal hits a Rana here, double axe handle off the top. Styles, of course, cuts him off with a closed fist punch. Thought that was pretty sweet.
AJ hits his fucking big goddamn drop kick, which is the drop down drop kick is like, goddamn, what a combination.
The X guys, like the X Division guys, work together so often, and they were all like best friends. So like Lethal and Joe, and you know, I was watching as we went down the list tonight of these matches, and like all these guys, like AJ would do his drop kick, and they would all have the same run to get hit by the drop kick and shit.
Right.
And
it's because collision too, yeah.
Yeah, because when it was all perfect every time because they worked with each other so often, you know what I mean? Yeah. So like they didn't even have to put hands up or anything. Like Joe would legit just run into the drop kick because he knew AJ would hit him.
He trusted AJ was gonna come on it.
Yeah. So like it made these so much better when you have like world-class guys that work with each other so often, and like you can keep them fresh and keep them doing new shit like this. Like they were rocking here.
And AJ made it look so fucking easy too.
Yeah, he did. Absolutely. AJ, I mean, and it was like, it was almost like he's activating like a move, like a quick time event or something. Right. It is so perfect every time. It's not even like, and he knows it's perfect. It's like he does it. He's like, boom, 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 boom.
He's like, fuck yeah, I did that.
Yeah. So Christian Cage comes down now. He rushes the ring and he goes after AJ. And I guess he is allowed in the match.
He's not only allowed in the match, AJ powders out, and Christian then chases him. He gets in the ring and then chases AJ out of the ring, up the ramp, and we go to commercial. And we come back from commercial. Christian is gouging Jay Lethal's eyes, and AJ Styles is watching from the tunnel.
He's fucking hiding in the tunnel. AJ tries to run back to the ring, but Christian Cage chases him back into the tunnel.
He spots him, slides out, and chases him back up. And this is all fine. No, this is cool. Whatever.
Yeah, AJ Styles tunnel cheesing while Christian Cage tries to keep him out of the ring here.
Christian gives Jay a lot here at the end of the match here. Lethal hits a lot of fucking bullshit. Moonsault and fucking does his elbows. He hangmans him and does the springboard drop kick. They give Lethal a ton here.
Yeah, I assume it's because he took so much, you know, like Styles, after the Styles close fist cut off, they kind of kicked his ass. And I guess didn't see a lot of it, but Christian was kicking his ass and they came back. And I know they went to commercial. He was probably sitting on him. So yeah, Lethal gets back into it, hits the Dusty Elbow comeback, springboard drop kick for a 2 here. Lethal very efficient at this point, especially for
he's
the
clicking.
Black Machismo gimmick. Very efficient
for sure.
in all his stuff here. Christian hits a fireman.
His hair also looks exactly like Macho Man's. It's actually insane.
I love this gimmick. I thought this was awesome. And it was great. They were getting into the SoCal Val stuff with Sanjay Dutt. You can see a little bit of it here. Some very fun stuff, even though it's very campy and whatever the case. It was fun. I wish they would allow them. You know, there's a lot of times where the X Division would go too far into the characters and they'd lose the fucking the matches would go like 2 minutes or something, or 3 minutes because they're trying to do characters.
Because it was all about the bullshit. Like,
it's all about the bullshit. It's like, man, the bullshit can be there, but also like give them some time. You know, like we want to fucking see Black Machismo and AJ Styles have a fucking match. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Which is crazy because in a company where Kurt Angle's a pilgrim the whole show, you would think that they understand, like, you know, giving them time to do shit.
Sure. I guess the guys that really got the time always were AJ and Joe, and like Sabin would get it a lot too. Yeah, Kurt. So anyways, Christian hits a fireman's carry gutbuster for a 2.
Dude, out of a springboard, which is cool.
Lethal fires back with the lethal combination and goes for the elbow drop off the top. AJ Styles runs back to the ring, hits Lethal off the top, and now Christian Cage hits the Unprettier.
Yeah, that's what it's called, bitch.
Let him know.
He hits the Unprettier and Lethal, and then AJ follows up with a springboard splash, and then he hits it with Lethal. Christian is sitting like at the top of Lethal's head after hitting the Unprettier. So it's Unprettier, Christian sitting there ready to pin him. AJ hits a splash. AJ leans over, taps Christian on the shoulder and says, "Hey, I did it. I got him for you." All the while he is on top of Jay Lethal. 1, 2, 3. Pins Jay Lethal while trying to tell Christian to take the pin. He realizes he won. He slides out of the ring, and he is profusely apologizing to Christian because the whole angle is AJ has been fucking around and fucking shit up for Christian. Christian went away for like a week, put AJ in charge. AJ brought Kurt and crew into the family, and Christian is not happy about this because he does not fuck with Kurt Angle. So 2 times now AJ has fucked over Christian here, and he's not happy.
So it's Chris Sabin versus Samoa Joe versus AJ Styles in the finals of the first Turkey Bowl.
You're right. When you say it like that, why did they name it that, man? God damn.
I mean, this is a rockin' ass finals. You know what I mean?
Match.
Dude, rockin' ass finals.
The fact that they
2007.
do this on Thanksgiving too, of like, that's probably like the worst time to do this type of thing, but they did it.
Yeah, you're right.
Like nobody's watching this on Thanksgiving. It aired on Thursday, right? On Thanksgiving itself. So
it did.
The ratings got to be in the tank, you know, but they did it. They committed and they did it.
It actually, shockingly, it did on par with how they usually are doing. It did a 1.0. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, for whatever it's worth, having something to keep going back to while having like a slew of tournament matches is a very easy way to tape a show that you like necessarily don't want to put like too much into. Just having the guys go out there and work and then like have something to cut back to. They were doing way to do it.
Yeah, 1.1, 1.0, 1.2, 1.3. Yeah, it was pretty much around that number for. But I agree, Tony. Usually holiday episodes don't.
They just phone it in usually, right? Yeah, because the ratings are down. Yeah. But they could have called this anything else and done like a tournament with a trophy or something every year, and it would have been cool. But they definitely call it Turkey Bowl.
Yeah,
it's that Turkey Bowl.
That damn dad Turkey Bowl now.
So we go back to the Kurt Angle Thanksgiving.
Yes.
And now, of course, we are joined by Black Rain and Relic.
Oh, fuck. And I don't know who says it first, but somebody says Happy Halloween to him.
That's awesome.
They walk up to Kurt Angle, and Kurt says, "This is Thanksgiving, not Halloween." And Black Rain and Relic look at him, and they reach over the table and tear apart the turkey, and then walk around the table and find a seat. And then Black Rain puts his rat into the green beans because, of course, he has the rat. I don't remember the rat's name.
I don't either. I gotta look it up now.
Yeah, but Black Rain puts
the rat. It was Misty.
Misty the rat. Friends with Steve the Crow.
Didn't he historically hate this gimmick?
He was also in a probably very, very bad way.
In a Black Rain way.
He was in the Black Rain room constantly.
I hear you.
He talked about his entire run in TNA. He had like cocaine or some addictions.
Yeah, he was super
or something.
drug guy at the time. Yeah, he hated this shit.
He did not like TNA.
Oh, okay, well. That's what I say. Because he worked a ton of places at the same exact time, and he was just himself or Goldustin.
Yeah, well,
Goldustin. I remember Goldustin. What the hell?
Goldustin.
Are you making that up?
No, he went by Goldustin.
When the fuck was he Goldustin?
He was Goldustin in the UWF, and he was Goldustin in All Japan.
Well, all right.
He fought Goldustin versus Curryman in 1PW.
Well, he has the Misty the Rat and the green beans here, and Karen Angle doesn't like that shit because she worked hard on these green beans. Little did she know we hate her cooking, right, fellas?
We hate her cooking.
It's always been bad.
You know, I got a question, Johnny. Has she had peas before?
Oh, she's never been to jail like that, so probably not.
Well, goddamn.
Eric Young walks up to the rat and says, "Here, kitty, kitty, kitty." He is very drunk now. JB is running around the table. And so Black Rain and Relic really came in and fucked up this dinner, man.
Yeah, I don't know why you had to bring the rat, buddy. Look,
that's his thing, man. That's his pet rat, Misty, you know?
Well, you know.
So what, man? Leave the pets at home.
Yeah, come on,
the kids.
Man. And the
put
kids.
The rat at the kid table.
And Relic.
Yeah, leave Relic. Leave the great motherfucker at home.
Get this guy the fuck out of here.
It's killer spelled backwards, you dumb piece of shit. Why don't you fucking figure it out?
Yeah, so for you guys who don't know at home, Booker T is coming to TNA Impact.
Not only that, James, but a lot of people have come to TNA Impact since November 2005.
Why? I don't get this. I don't understand it. Why did they name up other people that came?
Well, Christian has been here.
Well, I just
Sting's
saw him.
here.
Yeah, I know.
Scott Steiner's here. Kurt Angle's here. And now Booker T is here. All the stars are here in Impact Wrestling. And they're doing a crazy job hyping up Booker T here. And they're saying it's a big fucking deal and Booker T's here. And God damn it, why is he here? Well, you have to find out next week. You'll find out why.
Booker T is one of the most dominant athletes in the history of this great sport.
We're going to find out next week.
Next week. Find out next week here.
I don't believe you. You got to tell me a couple more times before I believe it.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if we'll ever find out. Yeah, I'm not sure here.
Well, we're going to go back to the Kurt Angle dinner.
Immediately.
After the Booker T video.
Booker T video, Angle family dinner. Eric Young is now wearing Black Rain's wig. And Black Rain is wearing, well, Misty the Rat on his head.
The whole fucking time.
Yeah. Misty the Rat is on Black Rain's head. And here's Black Machismo. Black Machismo shows up here, and Kurt Angle's no longer having a good time.
Black Machismo just got beat in the match earlier. He just shows up fresh as a daisy.
Green beans. Yeah.
What the? Do you think they just fucking gave up on the timeline here? They're just like, whatever. Just
100%. 100%.
Get in the fucking room.
100%.
This is like the...
There's no way it was taped in succession.
It's like the Vince Russo goes to New York thing. They're just like, we just have segments. Let's just put them on the show somewhere.
Oh my God, it's exactly like that.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Exactly
wow. Vince Russo who booked this whole fucking thing anyway, so...
Holy shit. Oh my fucking God. Well, Kurt Angle is not happy anymore. He's just resting his fucking head on his hand. And Jay Lethal says, where's the snake? I don't know. He's just looking for a Jake Roberts snake.
Yeah, well, I don't know what's
That's what Macho
here.
Man does. Macho Man just looks for Jake Roberts' snake all the time. Doesn't want to get bit again. SoCal Val shows up here. Everyone's happy for SoCal Val.
Black Machismo having the PTSD flashbacks of Macho Man's fucking problems.
Yeah. Where's the snake? Son of a bitch.
Oh my God.
Great gimmick.
He like cosplayed him so hard that he started living his fucking life. That's awesome.
Yeah, he's got the hair and all. And he's got his own Elizabeth. And here comes SoCal Val. And he takes off his jacket and puts it on the floor so SoCal Val can walk on it. I guess the floor was wet or
that's
something.
what
I guess he assumed.
You wouldn't know, Johnny. You know.
Well, not for my bitch wife, Tony. No way.
Oh, you're right. She needs to learn how to cook. Then I'll put my jacket down.
You tell her, Tony.
Holy shit.
Holy.
So SoCal Val's here and her feet are not wet.
Yes, that's good.
Where's the snake?
Where's the snake?
Feet are not wet.
All right.
The TNA Turning Point. Yeah, we got the first 50-man feast of fucking fired.
Feast of motherfucking fired. Main
Somebody's
event, not the
losing.
main event. I don't think it's the main event.
It's
What's
not
the
the
main event?
fucking main event.
Why
It's
do you
not
think
even
it was the main
close.
event?
I don't know. Alvarez just assumed like that's got to be the main event.
We have Team 3D and Johnny Devine taking on the Motor City Machine Guns and Jay Lethal. Tables match.
Oh my!
Of course. Black Rain and Relic against Abyss and Rhino. We've been over this 10,000
four-way tag
thumbtacks.
match.
No.
Thousands of tags. 10,000.
Awesome Kong versus Gail Kim for the TNA Knockouts Championship, which is probably awesome.
Dude, I bet you if you read Alvarez's review of this show, he says there is no way there was 10,000 tags in this match. I guarantee that's one of like the headlining sentences.
I can look. I'll look for it.
Yeah, just take a look. I guarantee you right now there's
Let me
no
see.
fucking 10,000 tags.
The Observer has given me access denied. I think I got banned.
I took your ass out. They said,
What the
we heard you
fuck
talking
happened?
shit on Alvarez, buddy.
God damn, I wasn't talking shit. God damn. Come on,
We
bro.
heard you talking about Alvarez, buddy.
That wasn't me. That was Tony.
No way. I like Alvarez.
Let's see. He says Abyss versus Oh my god, wait. Were you it is a 4-way?
Wait, it's a fatal 4-way? Wait, is it really?
Yeah. It is.
Oh my!
Is it because Rhino gets taken out of the match? Or was it always a four-way?
Wait, is it a fatal four-way?
Is it not Tornado?
It's Abyss versus Relic versus Raven versus Black Rain is what he wrote here.
Do you say anything about the tags?
But then on Wikipedia it says Abyss and Raven beat Relic and Black Rain. I think he was very confused.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
He says, no idea where Rhino was. If I hear Tenay alert me that Relic is killer spelled backwards one more time, I'll vomit. Raven did the fattest dive.
I know what dive that is too.
Raven, it's the armpit dive. Yeah. Raven did the fattest dive since the heyday of Super Porky. An unacceptable woman was screeching. What is that?
Yeah, you heard them.
They brawled in the crowd. There was a box outside with 10,000 thumbtacks. I'll bet that number is a work.
Yeah, I don't know. There ain't no fucking way. That's beast.
Fucking hell. Relic loses.
All right, well, it was a fatal four-way and also not a fatal four-way.
Wikipedia says it was a tag. Alvarez says it was fatal four-way. No one knows where Rhino is.
All right,
also, main event of that show, Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, Samoa Joe versus AJ Styles, Kurt Angle, and Tomko. But not that.
Dude, I wrote in my notes here, oh my God, it just hit me. This is the fucking show where Scott Hall no-shows.
This is the
Don't worry,
show.
a monster.
No, that's way later.
He's coming. He's the savior of TNA. He's got to come in.
Fucking hell.
Joe goes into business for himself here.
So that was the card as of now for Turning Point.
Velvet Sky versus Angelina Love versus ODB.
So this was very confusing to me.
Not in the Turkey Bowl.
Not in the Turkey Bowl. Oh, yeah, you're right. This is just a triple threat for no reason, huh? I was very confused because Velvet Sky comes out. Velvet Sky Tron. Not her music. That everyone, if you're a TNA fan, you know the Beautiful People song. Yeah. Yeah. Age on my shoulder. That fucking song. So she comes out, does the ass thing. They're like, well, look at her ass. This is cool.
And they were very adamant. Please look at her ass. There's not many entrances like this ass.
Don West Bragley says, I want to fuck her.
He does.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, crazy
All right,
stuff.
Chief. Angelina Love then comes out to the Beautiful People song. I said, oh, is this the angle where she lost the rights to the Beautiful People or something? And then she comes out and she's just like slapping hands and stuff. I was like, that's fucking strange. And then ODB comes out to the same song Velvet Sky came out to. I said, what is happening here? Turns out the Beautiful People did not exist yet. They exist like very shortly after this.
Yes, actually at Turning Point they form.
They like team together, but they're not the Beautiful People. They're like the Love Sky connection.
They're
or something.
Velvet Love Entertainment.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Velvet Love Entertainment.
Velvet Love Entertainment. Why? VLE?
Velvet Sky, Angelina Love, Velvet Love.
It stood for Voodoo. Voodoo Love.
Voodoo Lynn
Mafia.
Voodoo Lynn Extreme. Whatever.
Just something.
ODB is over here already. These two are not. These two are not over, except Velvet Sky's ass,
I think they just debuted. Did they not?
This might be their first match here. Yeah, you might be right.
I feel like they were fresh into TNA then. Yeah.
Or Velvet's like a couple matches in because they're already putting her like, oh, she does this entrance and holy.
Look at her ass,
shit.
man.
Yeah.
Check that shit out.
ODB shit cans Angelina out of the ring and throws her up the ramp, then gets in the ring and jumps fucking Velvet Sky. Angelina does a top rope crossbody. Velvet and Angelina start chopping each other while ODB drinks from her flask. Velvet Sky hits a running stop and kick you, and then a DDT. And then ODB repeatedly smashes Velvet Sky's face into her pussy 12 times and then hits a second rope Luthez press for the win.
With her titties in the face for the pin.
That's called a dirty dozen.
That's what they say on commentary. They say, oh, she does it 12 times because it's called a dirty dozen. All right, yeah, I bet so.
Yeah, that's the dirty
face
dozen.
into the pussy 12 times.
Dude, dirty dozen into the Thez press were fucking, what was it, Velvet Sky? She doesn't take a flat back and just
blows
shit.
Almost blows both of her knees out.
Just
doesn't tuck her chin.
Just awful.
And then she thinks up the Velvet Love connection.
Yeah, well, whatever. ODB wins, and that's her ass and that's her titties. ODB's
She's not in the Turkey Bowl.
No, of course not. She has her liquid courage, though.
Why is it not Samoa Joe, AJ Styles, Chris Sabin, and ODB? That would have been fantastic.
Yeah, I think that could have worked. would have been interested to see her do the Dirty Dozen to Samoa Joe.
Yeah, to the pussy 12 times.
She calls that the Dirty Dozen.
Dude, yeah, I can't believe ODB never got a WWE run, right? She never had anything in WWE.
She was an OVW.
Because I feel like...
And then she was an OVW, and then I think she, like, Triple H tells her, go to TNA.
Oh,
and then
really?
she goes to TNA. Yeah.
Wow, because I liked her character
says,
a lot. I feel
like
like
do better in TNA.
I feel like they could have worked in
she goes to
WWE,
TNA.
that ODB character.
Go to
Well,
TNA. Okay.
They were just turning PG, Tony, so I don't know if her smacking her titties and drinking and doing the Dirty Dozen would have got over there.
I think it would have, actually. But
it would have got over, but I don't know if they would have been happy.
no,
about
they
it.
wouldn't have liked it. But yeah, I'm surprised she never had a run because she was really good.
She was good. She was over, too.
Yeah, she was awesome. Pre-tape here. Shark Boy at the Thanksgiving dinner with Kurt Angle and the family, trying to eat the food through the mask.
That's classic. I mean, I could watch that all fucking day.
Well, Kurt says, JB, is that a turkey baster in your pants, or you have a big-ass boner
You
right
got
now?
a big schlong
Look at
for
you,
me?
boner boy.
Yeah, he says, I would like to restore order. JB, is that a turkey baster, or are you happy to see me? And then JB pulls out a turkey baster out of his
Out
pants.
his cock out and says, well, you got something to say?
Jimmy pulls out his cock and dips it in the gravy and
You got fucking
pisses on the
problem?
turkey.
This big-ass schlong.
And Howard Angle says, oh my.
It's horse meat ding-dong. You got a problem with that?
Yeah. They call me Jeremy Boner. Yeah. Yes, they do. And Shark Boy tries to fit it in his mask. And then Awesome Kong walks in and they say, oh my God.
Oh my God.
You got a problem, how you gonna solve it?
What are you going to do about this, Kurt? Bitch, slapping him with it.
Well, now we get the Chris Daniels
Just
pre-tape.
drawing that.
Oh.
Chris Daniels pre-tape now.
What the
with
fuck
Elix
is this?
Skipper and Sin Shi.
Do you remember this at all?
This is that. Well,
I remember Daniels here. I remember this Daniels gimmick.
This was the TNA video game fucking tie-in angle thing. But this doesn't last because since she is literally gone
is he?
fucking next show.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, that makes. Because I'm watching this, I'm like, dude, I don't remember Triple X doing like a religious righteous gimmick ever.
Yes.
I remember Daniels like doing it. You know, Fallen Angel. That was always his thing. You know, he had the fucking gimmick in ROH and all. And
well,
I
they
was
tried
like,
to
what?
take it deeper, right? They were like, this is a good gimmick. Let's fucking keep going. So
Yeah.
this is the next step for the Fallen Angel, right?
And he's just he's a leader of the group now. Yeah.
So Daniel says that no one watching is righteous. Your lives are wretched because it's what you deserve.
Yeah,
And
see.
that's the gospel according to the Fallen Angel.
That's a killer line. I love that line. Good catch.
It is awesome. He used it without this gimmick too.
He used it way before this. Yeah. That was the prophecy in ROH. He fucking used it there too. Yeah. Okay. So Senshi's Loki's just gone after this promo.
Well, we'll talk about it later.
Oh, you know more?
I know more about this.
Oh my.
Pre-tape.
Okay. Shit.
Team 3D is now here, and everyone is throwing shit at him. Fuck you.
We hate you.
Dude, they walk. Everyone's booing, throwing shit, and brother Bubba, brother
Ray,
Brother.
not Dudley.
Deadly.
Brother Ray Deadly says, this is supposed to be a party.
Ron.
He said, what's going on, Kurt? You invited us? Hey, you little shark piece of crap, don't throw stuff at me.
Cool cock, JB.
And then everyone gets up from their seats and just leaves the studio. And
Leaves the house.
Brother says, you going to the gym? We going to the gym? I'll go to the gym with you. And they walk up to Kurt, and Kurt says, who invited you, man? And Brother says, we got a letter from somebody. Come to the Angles and we're going to eat. And Kurt says, all right, well, what's left? You can just have whatever's left, and you sit down and have whatever you want. And Brother sits down. He says, hey, your wife's looking good. How you doing, honey? And then they both go and sit at the kiddie table with Kiera Angle. And Brother Devon says, you don't mind if I take a piece of your bread, do you? And Kurt's daughter says, no. And Brother Ray says, how you doing, little girl? And she says, you guys suck.
Dude.
Wow, what the fuck?
Team 3D sits down with fucking Kurt's kid, and they immediately start doing dad noises. Gary, want your bread there? Yeah. So Kurt Angle's kid says, "You guys suck," and it cuts back, and Mike Tenay says, "Well, she obviously watches TNA wrestling.
She's a regular viewer of TNA Impact. She feels like the rest of us about Team 3D."
So now we have the fucking finals of the Turkey Bowl: Chris Sabin versus AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe.
This is based, and I am happy to see you.
I am unbelievably happy that this is happening.
This match kicks ass.
Yes,
this match kicks ass.
Holy shit, it's awesome.
So Rudy Charles is here with the turkey suit. Andrew Thomas. This shit threw me off so bad because I thought I saw it earlier when we were watching. I was like, okay, there's a check in the briefcase, but there's no way there's got to be $25,000 in bills in this briefcase.
Dude, I legit wrote Rudy Charles is holding the turkey suit. Another ref is holding a briefcase of money.
No, fucking Andrew Thomas is holding a briefcase of a check
And a medallion.
a regular sized check.
Hey, it's
For
a
$25,000.
business size check. It's a little bigger.
Yeah, you're right, Tony. I'll give him that much. It is a little bigger of a check. $25,000 and a belt buckle or something.
Yeah, like a fucking Lucha Underground medallion. He put that in the fucking Feast or Fired title.
Joe has to have that. We need an answer. Joe, do you
Someone
still
has
have
to have
this?
that, right?
It's got to be Joe. They had to be like, yeah, here, this is like legit for you. Like this is.
Please
you know.
take this, Joe. This
And
is
then Joe
yeah.
fucking threw it off a bridge and said, all right.
Yeah, traded in for God of War.
Yeah, probably. So Sabin and Joe take it to AJ first here to kick this off,
Yes.
and get him out of the ring so they can do their stuff here early.
By the way, they say officially, Jeremy Warren says the winner gets this check, because that's how I knew it was a check. I said this check of $25,000, and the loser must adorn this festive Thanksgiving turkey outfit and be crowned as the TNA Turkey of the Year. It's not only the suit; you are the TNA Turkey of the Year.
Official.
It's November.
You're an official turkey of the year.
November.
Officially.
The year's over.
It's just one of those late, one of those late gimmicks. I like
Genesis happened in November as well.
that. Yeah, that's crazy. I don't even.
Very strange here.
So Sabin and Joe take it to AJ first, and now they're going at it. They play it kind of safe here early, then things kicked up, and they never slowed down after that.
Dude, fuck.
Yeah, I for whatever reason in my head, I was like, they'll probably just dial it in here. You know what I mean?
Like a TV show,
it's a TV match on fucking Thanksgiving. They're not, what's the point? And then they said, no, there's a lot of point. And we have a chip on our shoulder, and we're going to fucking do this. So they do that.
Chris Sabin, the TNA kick. Well, Chris Sabin does a jumping TNA kick to Samoa Joe's face. That's when the whole match shifted, I think. They were like, oh, yeah, that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing, huh, you fucking bitch. Sabin then does a big suicide dive on Styles. Fucking cool, man. Joe does the thing where he just rolls through your legs and Styles takes a crazy bump on it and dies. Joe hits the Enziguri combo on Sabin in the corner. This is, like James said, this is just them fucking rocking, man.
Yeah, so they also played the fucking phone sound again during the match.
It's so loud.
Yeah, get your fucking Roxy Laveau bald head
Get
screensaver.
the pictures. $20. Get the fucking picture, man.
$200, actually.
so-
Sorry, you missed a zero.
Oh, my bad. Well, you won't know until you get your phone bill, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's why I gotta get this $25,000. You gotta pay for my TNA mobile bill.
So Sabin, it's a springboard arm drag flash pin for a 2 here. I love
awesome.
that Sabin uses this and then sets it up for shit later,
Yes.
which is always cool. Always like having stuff early that leads to stuff late is always 2000 IQ wrestling stuff.
Yeah,
or
100%.
just regular wrestling, but we don't do it a lot for whatever
You're
reason.
right. 10 punches.
10 punches in the corner.
30 dozen.
Whatever. Sabin locks an abdominal stretch on Joe and then just starts fucking his back. It looks crazy here. Yeah, he was
he saw
crazy
Jeremy
with it.
Borash at the dinner and he said,
Schlongman. That guy's crazy.
Schlong style.
3-person chin lock here.
Spanking my monkey. That was awesome.
That was cool.
Into the stunner.
Yeah, Joe jaw jacks 3 people. It looks sweet.
And it wasn't like goofy either. It was actually like kind of cool.
Yeah, well, it played into the match perfect. They were honestly, all of these guys, Joe and AJ were very good at triple threats, and Sabin can keep up. So it's like,
Yeah.
able to bring those together. And no one was afraid to give Joe a lot. Like no one was afraid like that Joe would overshadow anything because like Joe would take a lot and then he would give, and it was like that's why Joe is so good. So Sabin hits a tornado DDT on AJ after kicking off Joe for a 2.
He kicks Joe in the head, swinging around for the DDT. It's awesome.
He like fucking just boom, like just hits him right in the head.
It's dope.
Joe picks Styles up, kicks Sabin Sparta style into the corner while AJ is on his shoulder.
He's got him in a power slam position, if you can think about that. Like running power slam. Kicks, Sparta kick is the perfect way to describe it.
Then he hits an Oklahoma Stampede in the corner on top of him. It's crazy.
It was awesome. Yeah, it was cool as hell.
Joe hits a sick kick, then flapjack Sabin onto AJ on the ground, and then sentons onto AJ.
Dude, this is a senton. This is a big boy senton.
He fucking
this is
jumped.
The definition.
Yeah, he was in the air. Yo, that was crazy.
And, not one part of his body hit the ring mat. It hit AJ. His whole body crushes AJ, and then he hits the floor. It's awesome, man.
Yeah, Joe's cooking, man. They're all cooking. This is good. Sabin starts to stun Joe, but Styles cuts him off. Styles sets a table up on the guardrail on the outside.
Just fuck it. Why not?
Yeah, no rules on foot. It sounds a little dickhead at this point.
God damn it, yeah.
Joe goes for the tope on Sabin and Styles, who are in front of the table on the outside of the ring. They both move. Joe fucking eats the table himself.
Crushes them.
I love this part because AJ stopped doing this like very shortly after this era. Hits Chris Sabin with the brain buster and fucks him up. Oh my God, Joe.
Yeah, I wrote AJ hits a brain buster. That was awesome.
Cleans his ass, man.
Yeah,
it was dirty. I used to love the old AJ stuff, like the fucking discus lariat and the brain buster, and
because there was always a snap to it. There was always like a fucking crazy snap to like all those moves.
They were always periods to his moveset. Like brain buster, okay, that's like a big move. Discus lariat's always at the end of a sequence. Big.
That's the one where he used to slap the shit out of people and then do the discus lariat. Is that the one?
Dude, he'd hit
the
bang. I don't know if I feel like did it eventually turn into the combo? Because I feel like when he was fucking killing Paul London with it in ROH, he was just here's a discus lariat and you're dead.
No. Usually what it would be like a forearm exchange or something. Then Styles would fucking rock him one time and then just go around and discus lariat to finish it up. Yeah, very cool stuff here. Brain buster on Chris Sabin for a 2. Beautiful. Sabin hits a mirror cutter, a fucking beast haluva kick in the corner, and then a springboard air Pillman.
That was awesome. Yeah, 2.9 on that. The crowd is rocking here too, by the way.
Yeah, this was like Sabin like really picked it up at the end of this match here. The mirror cutter haluva kick air Pillman was
100%
so good. And these guys are just fucking cooking. So Sabin gets the Enzy, looking for the cradle shock now on AJ. AJ reverses into the roll up. Fucking Styles Clash out of the roll up. I don't care how many times we fucking see it. It's awesome every time.
It's so smooth. Sunset into the fucking Styles Clash is so gnarly.
Joe breaks it up.
Yeah.
Which I'm glad they protect it. I'm glad that, you know what I mean? Like, I'm glad it's super protected.
Because he could have just kicked out of it and no one probably would have thought shit of it, but it's good that it wasn't. This next part, I like nearly jumped.
Dude, I couldn't believe it. Dude, I stood up. I was like, yo, what the fuck?
Dude, I swear I almost jumped like out of my seat. Like I was like, holy fuck.
This was like a statement. It was like, if you forgot who the fuck we are, this is it for you. On a Thanksgiving Turkey Bowl finals.
Styles goes for the Stylin' DDT. The springboard, flip over you. The lion saw DDT.
Yeah.
Fucking Joe catches him midway through. AJ does the gimmick. Joe catches him and crushes him with a fucking Emerald Flosion. Just dumps him on his fucking head. And Sabin breaks it up in a 2.9. I'm like, this is crazy. This is so crazy.
Dude, I thought that was it. I
thought so too.
I was like, oh, that's it. Dude, the Emerald Flosion, what was so fucking great about this, and like something that's kind of overlooked in wrestling a little bit, is that Joe was able to not only protect AJ, but there was no fucking hesitation, so it made it look extremely fucked. Like, he hit the Styling DDT, Joe caught him, grabbed him, boom, and it was like,
yeah,
oh my fucking god! Like it wasn't like a, it wasn't like a side slam or anything.
Yeah.
It was a head spike flosion. Yeah, dude,
100%.
Joe was crazy. Joe is one of the best ever.
Well, I'm just wondering.
I literally wrote down no.
I'm just wondering, why did Booker T come to TNA?
In the middle of this fucking, we just came off a fucking Emerald Flosion reversal near count.
They show the one where it shows all of the like Kurt Angle, Sting, Christian Cage. Next week, why did Booker T join TNA?
Get your ass back to this match. Stop playing with me.
I need to know why he's coming and where he is and what his plans are and if he's in the front of the line or the back of the line. I need to know more about this Booker T.
You are tripping. This fucking guy off the screen, man. You're making me hate Booker T, and he's one of my favorite.
That's how I felt.
I care less about this wrestling main event. I want to see Booker T. Okay, that's the reason I turned in.
Yeah, he's a star. He's a heavyweight.
Jesus Christ, the Emerald Flosion 2.9 fucking, I literally wrote down, we out here, exclamation points, and then, no, Booker T! They did their whole fucking thing, you're right, the fucking November, September, October.
Yeah.
Brother!
You come for the Turkey Bowl, stay for Booker T, that's what I say.
Based.
So, we come back to the match, Chris Sabin with the Tornado DDT. Styles with the Pele kick.
Dude, Tenay is rocking too. Tenay says, this is what separates us from the competition.
WWE fucking sucks. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Chris Sabin with Tornado DDT. Styles at the Pele kick. Goes to Joe in the corner. Joe catches him. ST Joe out of the corner. I'm fired up. Joe's He's like, yeah, he's fucking
losing it.
He's fucking dude. There's so much fire in Joe here, man. It's beautiful.
The ST Joe was like a big fuck you one too.
Just dropped him, man.
Puts him up with a muscle buster. You die. And he fucking beats him with a muscle buster. Oh my god, I'm so excited for this.
What a match. What a match, man.
So good. This was so good.
Beautiful. This was the Turkey Bowl finals.
Yes, there's the final. They give Joe the open briefcase, and he's celebrating. And this is where we get our eyes on inside the briefcase, where it is check and medallion. And I was like, what the fuck is going on here?
Dude, he holds it up, and I swear the check and the medallion were both gonna fall out, but it doesn't. Somehow.
It was very impressive that it didn't actually, because he held it like straight up, like, and almost maybe tilted forward. I was like, how the fuck? Very impressive that they got that locked in.
There's only two ways to do a money. It's either comically large check or a briefcase full of money, and they did it wrong.
Yeah, this was normal human check.
Normal check with medallion.
Yeah, all right.
By the way, I just want to say, it's overdone, and Mike Tenay says, this is what separates us from the competition, blah 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 blah. This legit was like what made me care about TNA.
Yes, man.
Like that shit right there is like exactly what.
That's all I wanted.
Exactly what TNA was. And then they would also throw in Scott Steiner and shit. And I'm like, well, they're rocking.
Angle. Yeah.
It's like, well, they're rocking over here. They got shit going over
absolutely.
here.
But then,
you can always rely on these guys.
Mafia.
Yeah, dude, I don't know. That's a Memphis thing. Like that's got to be like a Memphis thing where it's like, all right, we got these fucking gimmicks and the fucking you know what I mean? Like, but how lucky, especially during this era, were they to be able to get these guys like Sabin and Styles and Joe and Daniels?
It's like oh my god, yeah, it's unbelievable. I mean, usually we'll talk about like ROH at this time, like how lucky ROH was that all of like these all-timer indie dudes were during a time where WWE just wasn't signing them for some reason, just all existed at one time, and they were fucking out to conquer the world, and like that's what TNA felt like too.
Style and DDT catch, Spike Emerald Flosion 2.9. Fucking, they probably played like a Pizza Hut commercial after that or something. Like that's insane to me that like that happened.
Dude, it's like Tony said, this is a Thanksgiving special episode too. They could have just did nothing. It's a Turkey Bowl finals.
They could have phoned it in and had like Eric Young versus somebody in the main or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Pre-tape, Kurt Angle is pissed as hell.
Yeah. He's angry. He said, oh my God, no one associated with me. He's sitting there as a pilgrim with a world title. No one associated with me is going to be made to look like a turkey. Tomko, let's go. Out the back. And then Kurt puts his little hat on. And then we're back at the ring. The refs, and especially Earl Hebner, are all trying to convince AJ to put the turkey suit on. AJ is throwing worked kicks at the turkey suit. Tenay says, don't go anywhere. Jim Cornette is on his way out to the Impact Zone, and Jim Cornette wants justice. But really, why does Booker T?
No.
Booker T is coming to make his TNA Impact Live debut next week, and he will tell us what he has. Is he in the back of the line or the front of the line? And what is he going to do?
Why is Booker T working here, Tony?
Money.
I want to know, and I want to know
money.
in between every segment.
I think it's money,
I'll find
but
out
I could
week.
be wrong. I think it's money.
Booker T notoriously hates TNA.
But he likes the money.
Actually,
he likes the money, though. But
he hated this run, which sucks because I like this run.
Dude, which is fucking unbelievable looking back at it, by the way.
This run is a fun run.
Fun run. Spike TV was rocking over 1 million on a weekly basis. Like, yeah, the buyers were great, and yeah, like morale around TNA wasn't great at the time, but like, come
sure,
on,
you're not
you
TNA
guys.
champion, but like,
Come
you
on.
didn't enjoy. Booker T didn't enjoy being in the main event Mafia.
He had a don't give a fuck attitude when he was there doing the Black Snow stuff.
Hey,
you know,
but your wife.
Yeah, come on, man.
You and your wife got a payday from this place.
And they cut from this goddamn banger to say that you're going to answer some questions next week. So
well, hopefully we'll find out, you know.
Well, we're back at the party again after
How is this
Booker T.
possible?
I don't know.
How is this possible? How is this still going here?
Kurt's not even here anymore. So the outsiders found the party.
Yes. Well, Karen says it's time for dessert, and she made 2 homemade pies. Now, listen, Tony. These wives, 2 homemade pies for these, like, 15 people that are here at this dinner? What do you think of that?
You know what? She didn't even make pies. She put whipped cream in a pie dish.
Oh, my God.
W?
Oh, my God.
That was it. Because she does not know how to make pies. She just put whipped cream in a pie dish and called it. And they're cream pies.
Yeah, a lot of people in Carolina doing that.
There's cream
A
pies.
lot of people in Carolina having the cream pies.
So Kevin Nash in his Ed Hardy shirt and Scott Hall in his Juggalo shirt.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah, Tony, you fucking tell them, bro.
They put their fingers all in the pie and
Yeah,
then
damn, bro. Come on,
dude,
man.
this
Finger
is
in the pie like
fucking. This is fuck. Have you ever seen the episode Power Rangers with the Pudgy Pig?
Yes.
This is that episode. This is
100%,
legit the
yeah.
Pudgy Pig episode of Power Rangers.
They do the food fight spot from it too, the exact
they
same way.
fucking pie face like they pie face the principal, and then they say food fight.
Yeah, you're right.
Dude.
Yeah, they pie face Karen, and then Jay Lethal says, "Hey, everybody, food fight!"
Food fight.
Yeah, everyone starts throwing food. James Storm tries to throw food at Petey, but he's blocking it with a chair. Then he sprays beer into Shark Boy's face. Awesome Kong is still eating turkey, and she catches a turkey leg that somebody throws at her and eats it, which is pretty sweet.
So there you go. That's the that is the Kurt Angle. That's the end of that. The Thanksgiving
Well, that's not the end
dinner.
of the show, though.
No way, because Jim Cornette is here.
Why did they had him to? Because the Turkey Bowl is so important to uphold the integrity of the Turkey Bowl. Jim Cornette has to stomp his red face out here and make sure that they know, AJ Styles, you big turkey in TNA. You've been the biggest turkey in TNA
You are
for
the
a long
biggest
time
turkey in
now.
TNA. You bitch. That's
You
an
are a
oh god
turkey.
damn.
And now you're gonna prove it. You are not gonna cheat all these fans out of seeing what they deserve, motherfucker. So, son, what you're gonna do is you're gonna gobble up your guts and you're gonna put on that suit. And then AJ is upset because he does not want to put on the turkey outfit. And he repeatedly asks 5 times, "Do I got to put the turkey legs on, Jim? Do I got to put the legs on, Jim? The legs?"
You put it all the way on, or you're all the way fired.
Yeah, that's what he says. You're right.
So AJ's fucking screaming. He's fucking jumping up and down Christian style.
He's trying to fucking put the turkey legs onto his legs. He says they don't fit. He's jumping up and down, the turkey feet flopping all around. The crowd's chanting "gobble gobble," and Don West yells, "Gobble gobble! Put it on! You are a turkey!"
Dude, this is fresh off a fucking 4.5-star banger.
Well, the referees
You
help AJ
fucking
put the suit on.
Turkey bitch.
Skylar Admiral Flosion. He's put on a turkey suit.
You just put on 2 fucking bangers tonight, and you were in the pre-tape. You turkey bitch.
Yeah,
Why'd
fuck you,
put
turkey
that
boy.
on right
Put the turkey suit on, turkey boy. Well, AJ puts the suit on. He puts the turkey head on, and then here comes Pilgrim Kurt Angle with the hat and the world title with Tomko. Dude, also, I laughed so hard. I went back and looked at this like 4 times. AJ does the does the hood taunt with the turkey.
He does. He does. Like he's peeking out the hood at the entrance.
Yeah,
yeah, that was cool.
That was so sick. So Kurt gets in the ring as a pilgrim. He says, "You have got to be kidding me. I've never been so humiliated in my entire life. You are a turkey. How does it look for an Olympic gold medalist to be standing next to a turkey?" And AJ says, "Well, you don't look like an Olympic gold medalist to me. You look like a pilgrim."
What are you doing with that? You are a pilgrim. Oh my!
And Kurt says there's a big difference between a pilgrim and a turkey. A big difference, you fucking fucker. Well, here comes the boys. Samoa Joe and Kevin Nash with Ed Hardy and Scott Hall with the ICP. Whoop whoop. And Joe says, "You know, boys, whether it be a pilgrim or a turkey, you look like three jackasses to us." What did Tomko do? Tomko's catching a stray.
Yeah, well, we got the turkey, the pilgrim, and the jackass.
Of course, the Tomko. And Kurt Angle takes the mic and says, "I'd rather be a jackass than a Samoan."
He looks over to AJ.
What the fuck?
AJ sitting there in the turkey suit. He's in the pilgrim suit.
Tomko's a G.
Tomko's a hat.
Joe says, before the Kurt Angle comedy hour bombs more than it already has, gentlemen, let's go kick some ass. Yeah, this is Power Rangers.
Dude, they go down to the ring. Mike today is begging to keep the cameras rolling.
I hope we can stay on the air.
God, they're all, bro, we're out of time. No, wait a minute. We got a lot more time here. Eric Young's now here. We have more time.
We got plenty of fucking time here, actually. AJ Styles, who just had 2 fantastic matches, is now in a turkey suit on the canvas being dribbled like a basketball by Kevin Nash. Eric Young is now here with a turkey leg. They grab Kurt Angle, and Joe looks at Eric and he says, "Eric, stick a fork in this punk. Come turning point, you're done." You're done.
You're done. You are done.
And then Eric Young pokes a turkey leg in Kurt Angle's mouth.
Do you know what's fucking crazy? Look, for whatever it's worth, I enjoyed Kurt Angle in the stupid pilgrim outfit.
I enjoyed this episode. Don't get me wrong.
I really enjoyed it. But it also is a blaring fact on TNA not protecting any of their guys. They're like, "AJ, you turkey bitch. Why don't you go out there and get stomped out in a turkey suit?"
Turkey boy.
Yeah. He's like a fucking Grand Slam, and by this point, 3-time fucking NWA's fucking champion of the world. "You fucking turkey bitch. Now you go put that on now."
Jim Cornette. Everyone shits on him. Jim Cornette comes out, fucks with him. The referees are making him put a turkey suit on. Kurt Angle says, "You're a turkey." Kevin Nash whoops his ass. Yeah, so everyone here
don't get me wrong. I enjoyed it a lot, but it's just funny looking back on it, you know?
But really, what is Booker T?
What is Booker T gonna do? I need to know what Booker T's doing.
What is he doing here? They show it again.
I'm pretty sure Booker T's answer was like, "I like being here," and then Bobby Roode beats him up or something. Because I think they go straight into the fucking Bobby Roode thing, right?
Yeah, probably, yeah. And Brooks with Tracy, right?
Yeah, something like that. So
yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, but they immediately, like, even again, they do the Booker T thing. And then they do the thing where they do a music video and recap the whole show, which I always thought was
I
fun.
love that.
Yeah, I always thought that was very fun. But before we stop here, there's a few things we need to go over because Turning Point obviously doesn't turn out how they planned it.
No,
obviously, we were talking about the Abyss and Rhino thing. Rhino is out with an injury, you said. So he's replaced with Raven.
His neck hurts.
Well, Dr. Pepper wrote that down.
Skull's neck also hurts.
And they do a 15-minute 10,000 thumbtacks match with Relic and Black Rain where they win.
Dude, why did that match go 15?
It's the longest match on this show, I think. Oh no, almost, because the longest match on the show is, of course, Kazarian and Booker T beating Christian Cage and Robert Roode in a tag match. Okay, so first of all, tell me about Senshi.
Okay, so of course, as you guys know, Samoa Joe shoots on Scott Hall because he no-shows Turning Point.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Tell the whole thing because some people might not know.
All right. So, and you can fact check me on this, but
sure.
As I remember it being was Scott Hall. They were trying to get it with Scott Hall and they couldn't. You know.
Yes.
And they were like, "Oh fuck."
Yeah. They talked to him like early that morning, but after that it was like nothing. And then he said that he had food poisoning or something. Was that what it was?
I don't remember.
For some reason I remember something like that.
It was something very minute, maybe making TNA think And hey, he could probably make it to this show. We won't change anything. Food poisoning, maybe he'll be good by bell time. It's the main event. You know what I mean? So it's pretty deep into the show. So whatever, he doesn't show up. No. You know, I'm sure, you know, for whatever it's worth, Joe is not given the real reasoning. He's just been told that Scott Hall no-showed.
Scott Hall is no-showing this event, your main event matchup here tonight.
So then Scott Hall doesn't show up. Samoa Joe goes to the ring as his match starts. Everyone's face, you can see on their entrance when they make the entrance that this is about to go awry. Like, this is about to go awry.
Because I watched it again with Deb, because Deb hadn't seen it. So Kevin Nash makes his entrance, ding, 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 you know, cool song. And then Joe comes out, and he, like, has, like, a very, like, he doesn't come out for a minute. And they try to explain on commentary, oh, he must have been looking for a partner. But it probably was he was like yelling at them that like he's gonna go out here and just talk some shit. Yeah. Or they gave him the Iggy like when Nash wasn't there and said, go fucking shit on Scott Hall. Go fucking shit on this
I've
guy.
Heard multiple stories from like multiple sources on that like Russo told him to shoot on Hall. And I've heard that he just shot on Hall. And that every story was different, and like that's why the punishment came down so weird because no one fucking knew what.
Because according to Nash, Joe told him that he wasn't told to do it, and Joe told him that he just did that, which led to jumping ahead here a little. Kevin Nash slaps Joe in the face in the back.
And I've also heard multiple sides of that either did or did not happen.
Right? Yeah, I don't know. That's what Kevin Nash's side is that he asked Joe if someone told him to do that or if he did that on his own. Joe told him he did it on his own. He smacked him. Then Joe got up to go after him, and he smacked him again. And then Joe apologized to him and the locker room the day after.
So, from my recollection, of course, Joe cuts the promo, and he's looking at Hardcam, and then he looks at Dixie Carter and her husband in the crowd.
She's in the front row, not Hardcam side.
Yeah, she's like, she's like looking where Hardcam's at. She's down there. So Joe,
she's on the side the Hardcam camera is.
She was there like every pay-per-view, I think, right? She was always there.
This is a live pay. Yeah, she was, Tony. This is a live pay-per-view. Yeah.
So Joe just starts talking to her, and he's like, Scott Hall punked out, and he's a punk. And I said, "Oh God,
he's also like kind of shitting on Nash the whole promo too, talking about like
you guys come in.
Yeah,
we're killing it out here in TNA. You know what I mean? The boys are out here going, and they're right. They're fresh off this Turkey Bowl episode where they all went crazy on this fucking episode, right? He's right.
Yes.
So he shits on Nash and Hall because they're coming in here and they're fucking no-showing these pay-per-views and they're trying to build a product so that they can make a living, and like they're shitting on all this stuff. And
he's talking about them padding their pensions, and he's looking at Nash every time he talks about that kind of shit or talking about Hall.
And then he looks at Dixie, and Dixie's fucking obviously
not because I think Joe, like, this promo was way longer than he was supposed to too, by the way.
Oh yeah, he was going and going and going.
Yeah.
And he looks over at Dixie after he finishes the promo and says, "Yeah, what are you gonna do? Fire me?
I don't care.
Ahead. Yeah, I don't care. Go ahead, fire me." And then he brings out Eric Young, and he's like,
"Yes,
yeah, I'm gonna bring down one of the hardest working, fucking one of the X Division mainstays, one of the best guys in this fucking company." Eric Young.
All right.
Eric Young last week was like, what are you, Batman or something?
Drunk guy. Yeah. He said he went to the back and he said, who wants to fight in the main event? All the X Division guys stood up.
Crazy promo.
Eric Young, get on down here.
If you guys have not seen this Turning Point fucking promo from Joe, please go watch it.
Gotta see it.
It is an all-time promo. Funny as hell. So this leads to, of course, after the match, backstage, Dixie Carter not fucking happy at all about this shit.
No.
So, from what I remember, Dixie Carter fucking gets everyone in the locker room and gets them in for a meeting.
Oh, I don't know this part.
He has a fucking backstage meeting with the entire locker room.
Okay.
And says, if you motherfuckers don't want to ride with me in TNA, get the fuck out of here.
Oh, shit.
So she says, if you don't want to fucking, if you're not down with Vince Russo, if you're not down with TNA, if you're not down with what we're rocking with over here, you can fucking leave. I will void your contract right now. Is there anyone here?
Contract. Yeah.
Is there anyone fucking here that would like to leave? Say it now and you can leave. One person raises their hand.
Oh, no.
Cincy. AKA,
I would like to leave.
Low-key fucking got his contract voided on the spot.
Wow.
Crazy.
I would like to leave.
So yeah, that's why you don't remember anything with the Daniels thing with Cincy and Loki is because he took the chance and said, I am out of here.
So do they do anything? I obviously it's tough to answer because I don't know if you remember. Do they do anything with Daniels and Skipper after that, or did they just go straight to Daniels and fucking Sting?
I don't remember anything with Elix Skipper. I'm sure they didn't like outright kill the angle, but
I think Daniels shortly gets fired and is like Curry Man, isn't he?
At Victory Road, Daniels won a 10-man Ultimate X Gauntlet match with the assistance of Senshi and Elix Skipper, reuniting Triple X in the process. So I guess they were together for a minute. And then Daniels was in Feast or Fired, but didn't win any briefcases. And then he beat Senshi in a match for his Feast or Fired briefcase, refereed by Elix Skipper. And then the briefcase was revealed to contain a pink slip, meaning Daniels was fired. And then he comes back as Curry Man.
Konnichiwa!
What's funny about that is like another Feast or Fired Curry Man gets a pink slip and he doesn't leave, and he also we watched that.
That's crazy. They had Daniels beat Senshi for the fired briefcase, and then Senshi quiz. That's base.
Yeah.
Wow. A lot of shit comes from that fucking just end of that year, huh?
Dude, all the
Scott
that's
Hall
crazy. Fallout.
Well, hopefully we find out someday why Booker T was there.
I don't think I'll ever know, but I do want to know why he's here. Maybe we'll watch that someday.
Maybe we will. Well, there you go. That was the Thanksgiving edition of TNA from 2007.